Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series. Welcome back to PYRA, and welcome back to PCS Double Down. My name's Kean Lynch. I'll be your caster, commentator, host, guy who still doesn't have a 4 that really wants a 4, and everything in between. I hope you guys are all having an amazing Sunday. Happy Daylight Savings Time, and we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about today with this broadcast, the competitors we're going to be seeing today. But I think before we go any further, we need to kind of have just a little bit of a recap as to what happened yesterday. If you were not there on the broadcast yesterday, you were missing out. It was an absolute banger of a day. Let's take a quick looking at the standings from yesterday's bracket from Group A. As you can see, William Morrell and Will Allen. I actually completely forgot something. I apologize. There we go. William Morrell, Will Allen topped out the group 3-0. The Wills are still staying dominant here. Finley Newell, Billy Wilmoth, Gianni Barletta, Gabriel Temperley, Naoki Sakine, and Evan Cloud were able to close things out for the rest of the top 8. You will be seeing them on Championship Saturday, but for Maxim Savaras, Caitlin Quinn, Gavin Cellophant, and the other stackers in the rest of the group, their time at PCS Double Down has already come to a close. And it is a cutthroat game at the end of the day. You have to be able to be ready to compete on the day. And there was a lot of upsets. There was a lot of things that happened that we didn't expect to happen. Gianni upsetting Evan for a spot in playoffs in that 3-1 category. Evan did still qualify, thank goodness, but that match was close as well. Finley with the reverse sweep. There was so much that we should talk about, and we'll probably get into more detail here. But as well, I'm sure you guys probably want to see the actual stackers that we'll be seeing today. So let's take a quick look right back at the standings, because why not? Spicing things up here. These are going to be our competitors that haven't been eliminated. Excuse me. Chen Keng Ian, JONROCCO DEZZI, TREY Griffith, KIERNAN Elliot, KAREEF ULLAH, Jameson Swick, Luke Gargion, Ian Hing, Spencer LATHE, TYSON Parmaly, I probably butchered that, I apologize. Nathan Wood, KAEDAN Gonzalez, Tyler Hollis, Joshua Kleindienst, Tyler Fano, and TJ Koneski. So again, I probably butchered a name or two there, but that's nothing new. In fact, I didn't know. John Scannell is actually John Scannell. I apologize as well, because I completely forgot that as well. One quick note I do want to mention, actually 2 quick notes I do want to mention about today's competitors. Unfortunately, KAREEF ULLAH is a little bit under the weather. I do believe he got COVID, so we're hoping he has a quick recovery. He actually is still competing, so maybe he doesn't need that quick. Maybe the recovery will be today. It'll be super fast. Lightning speed recovery. It's going to kind of have to be, because he's got top tier competition to go against today. Also, we are apparently still missing Spencer. We have messaged him. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, I'm never... of course, the second I say we're missing somebody, we're not. Looks like Spencer's okay. But we have more to cover here. Just a quick... we want to take a quick look at the current standings for the PYRA Point rankings, because yesterday's competitions did shake up the top 8 stackers in the PPR. As you can see from the changes below, top 4 stackers still relatively the same. William Morrell and Evan Cloud did get some points on the board. William Morrell actually got a lot of points on the board. But Will Allen jumps from 8th to 5th in the standings. He is now top 5 with 221 points. Naoki Sakine falling down 1 with 189. Matthew and KAREEF. Matthew not stacking in this tournament, and KAREEF will be stacking in this tournament, both falling behind as well in 7th and 8th. So, quite a shakeup in the standings already. We just started, and we already have a little bit of movement in our top 8 stackers. And we're going to have a lot more to talk about today, but I want to introduce you all to 2 other amazing stackers that we're also going to be talking to. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a return of the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG. John Scannell to my left, Ethan Jones to my right. Unfortunately, Ethan's still having some technical issues, but we're not worrying too much about that. Gentlemen, we saw a lot yesterday, but I just want to get your automatic reactions. Ethan, we'll actually start with you this time. Favorite moment from yesterday's broadcast?
I think Finley Newell definitely turned a lot of heads yesterday. Hasn't really been too active in the community, but pulling off 2 really big upsets, especially one over Evan Cloud. The reverse 3-0. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in this competition. Also want to give a shout out to Ethan Hester. Unfortunately, he was eliminated yesterday, but definitely had some great showings.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff from Ethan. And obviously, Finley, I mean, it just screams upset potential for that top 16 playoffs bracket. But John, I want to hear from you. Anything else that stood out to you that happened yesterday?
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Alex Penman. He didn't have a good day. He went 0-3, but he was the only stacker to win a race against William Morrell. And William Morrell went 9-1. combined
Wow.
yesterday. Alex Penman, only person to pick up a win.
You know what? Maybe that was the only kryptonite standing in William Morrell's way. Now he's just going to go flawless throughout the rest of the tournament. It was the only man who could stop him, but maybe, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll find out next week in playoffs. We've got a lot to talk about, but I also want to give a huge thank you to John Scannell as well for helping me set up the elimination bracket. I had one side of the bracket in mind for our playoff stage, but John, I think you actually understand brackets a little bit better than I do, because you helped me out massively in making sure the matches were fair and seeded. So for a quick second, let's actually take a look at that elimination bracket. We'll zoom in real quick right here. Will Allen topping it out with Gianni Barletta in one slot. Finley, Newell, Naoki Sakine, William Morrell, Gabriel Timperley, Billy Wilmoth, and Evan Cloud. They're going to complete our first 8 stackers, but you can see all of those other slots just waiting to be filled in from the stackers in Group B. Anything is possible. Remember, anything is possible with this tournament. We saw that yesterday, and I gotta say, for Evan Cloud, that's very much a dangerous spot because Evan is going to have the top-ranked stacker from Group B. And you have Chen Keng, Tyler Hollis, Tyler Fano, KAREEF. Even if KAREEF's a little under the weather, he probably won't be in a week's time. There's a lot to worry about if you're Evan Cloud because you're getting that #1 seed on the other side of things for your first match. So you're going to have a bit of a gauntlet there. But if you can make it past that, who knows? Maybe you can take the entire bracket with you. But we do want to take, we do just want to remind you all of the stackers that are going to be competing today in our current standings. As we take one more look towards our current standings for the Swiss bracket for Group B. I already talked about the event yesterday, but as you guys all know, it is the first 8 stackers to win 3 matches will qualify and advance to playoffs. The stackers that lose 3 matches, well, tough luck. Roads out for you. But John, Ethan, I've got to kind of ask some of the similar questions that we had for yesterday, where we talked a lot about that group of stackers, all of those stackers that, you know, there was so much upset potential all over the board. Do you think there's going to be as much upset potential with some of these stackers, or is it going to be, more of the same with the Chen Keng and KAREEF, ULLAH, Tyler Hollis type of show? John, start with you there.
Well, I think Chen Keng is clearly the favorite. He's a 2-time world champion. That's not even counting winning online worlds last year. He also pretty much dominated in PYRA Cup All-Stars last summer. So I think he's the clear favorite. After that, Tyler Hollis is a name that comes to mind, but it's not too clear. I think that this group outside of Chen Keng is going to be a lot more competitive. There's more stackers in the group who realistically have a shot at qualifying, getting that top 8 spot. So I think today we'll see some more upsets than we did yesterday.
Ethan, what do you think about that? Do you think we'll be seeing as many upsets as we saw yesterday, more or less? Or you think this is just going to be a pretty predictable ride down the path?
Well, Kian, the way I see it, Chen Keng obviously is the favorite in this competition, being a 3-time world champion and winning PYRA Cup All-Stars. But I do want to highlight one stacker, which is Spencer LATHE. Not exceptionally fast, but he is extremely consistent. And on top of that, he has a string of great results. Also, of course, want to give a shout out to KAREEF. ULLAH has obviously not been quite as active. But again, a stacker who some people may be faster than him, but as far as consistency and as far as the sheer track record of great placements, he's definitely someone to look out for. I think that this group does have a lot of upset for potential at the lower end, but it's going to be hard for anybody to top Chen Keng.
Yeah, we continuously talk about Chen Keng, and some of you might be questioning, let's just answer that question with his statistics sheet. This is absolutely insane. Won 30 of the last 33 tournaments he's competed in, not including the tournament he competed in actually earlier today, because he had an in-person tournament today. Had an 18-tournament win streak earlier on in his career. Undefeated in all of 2021. I don't know why I put those 2 lines there by accident. Oh well. Holds 3 world records, PPR ranked 2nd with 393 points for the time being. William Morrell is catching up to him, but at the same time, Chen Keng's just got more chances today to further that gap with a personal best of 4.569. And another fun fact that, because I was actually watching him compete earlier today, it was absolutely insane. In practice, I think 15 minutes ago or something like that, he actually got 460 in practice. So he is absolutely on one right now. He is feeling himself today, and this is why most people consider him currently like the best stacker in the world right now. But the job's not done. The job is not done. He still has to actually go through the bracket. He still has to actually win. John, Ethan, I'm going to ask you one simple question. If there's going to be anybody in this group that's going to be able to overtake Chen Keng-Ian, who is it? Ethan, we'll start with you.
Well, with Chen Keng-Ian, I think right now his real sights are on something much bigger than just being the winner of a tournament or the best stacker in the world. I think that he's trying to stake his claim as the greatest stacker of all time. So obviously, for him to do that, he would have to get past another stacker who many can consider the greatest of all time, and that's Willie Morrell. Tyler Hollis has definitely put himself in not the GOAT conversation, but definitely one of the greats in the history of the sport with a string of great results. Today, I think Tyler has the best shot of beating Chen Keng-Ian, but as far as this next week is concerned, I would definitely say that Willie Morrell is really the only roadblock that stands between Chen Keng-Ian and another PYRA championship.
And John, off to you. Do you agree with Ethan here?
Yeah, Tyler Hollis, he was the champion at Cowtown in November, champion at Atlanta last month. He took third place in juniors in Houston in 2021. So he's consistently been one of the top stackers, and in those events, Cowtown, Atlanta, there were some tough competitors, and he was able to win both times. So if anyone's gonna beat Chen Keng-Ian from this group, it's gonna be Tyler Hollis. But I mean, KAREEF ULLAH, I'm told he's not feeling 100% today, but he's a very consistent stacker. In fact, in 15 of his last 20 competitions, he's finished in the top 5.
Wow.
So very consistent.
Yeah. And we talk about consistency here, and I mean, you guys bring up two big names. You bring up KAREEF ULLAH, and of course, we have to recognize Tyler Hollis. Tyler is absolutely insane. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit, and he's probably going to be a little bit undershadowed in this group because the group also has Chen Keng-Ian. But let's take a quick look at Tyler's stats here. I mean, Tyler, 6th ranked stacker in the world, 6th fastest cycle in the world, and this is a competition of the cycle. 3rd ranked stacker in the US, and a cycle personal best of 4.713. He has some of the best accomplishments that you can have for somebody his age. He's 18 years old and has already won multiple tournaments, already has been put in the conversation of one of the best stackers in the world. The only blemish on his profile in consideration for PYRA is that one stat right there, the PPR rank. He doesn't have any points because he hasn't competed yet. Today will be his first tournament under PYRA. I'm super excited to see how he performs, and we're going to be seeing so much stacking today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited, and I hope you guys are as well. And before we go off with the before we sign off with the analyst desk, one more question for both Ethan and John here. Yesterday, we saw William Morrell and Will Allen absolutely dominate in the with 3-0s of their own in the group stage. If we've already talked a lot about Chen Keng-Ian being the first candidate to have a 3-0 record. Who's the second candidate? John, we'll start with you.
Say Tyler Hollis has got to be the favorite for that spot, and KAREEF ULLAH also. But don't count out TREY Griffith.
Yes.
Unfortunately for Tyler Fano, I believe he's on the same side of the bracket as Ian. So in order for Tyler Fano to go 3-0, he's going to have to knock off Chen Keng-Ian, which is possible, but it's a tough task.
Possible. Anything is possible. What about you, Ethan?
Well, we as humans have the great power of hindsight, but not necessarily foresight. So it's always hard to look ahead. But when we look at Tyler Hollis, we haven't seen a lot of him in head-to-head competitions, but he is a world beater. In 2018, he was arguably the best stacker in the world, if not second to only HJC. So I think that he has a good shot, obviously. And I would also want to highlight Tyler Fano. I do think that he's definitely come into his own and has definitely gained a lot of respect from the community. And he's someone to look out for.
Well, you heard it from the analysts. You heard it from me. We have our predictions locked in. But that doesn't mean anything if the stackers don't show up on the day. So really quickly, before we go, I just want to give another huge thank you to our sponsor, Advanced GG. I actually have a big old cup of Advanced GG in that jar there in the ice shaker. Shout out to Advanced GG. Thank you so much for helping us sponsor. You guys already know the deal. The healthy energy drink alternative with New Level, a double placebo tested ingredient to prove its effectiveness in cognitive focus. And I want to thank them so much. They've made these tournaments possible, and they've been an amazing sponsor. Guys, if you want to pick up some Advanced for yourself, head over to advanced.gg. And even better, if you use code PYRA, that's PYRA, at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Huge thank you to Advanced, and huge thank you to everybody that's watching. We're going to take a quick break, and then after the break, we're going to get started with our first matchup. It's going to be Keng Ian and JONROCCO DEZZI after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series. Welcome back to the PCS Double Down Online Tournament. I'm super excited to have you guys here again. My name is Kean Lynch. If you didn't already know that somehow, it's right there, silly. It's right there. But I've got some great news. I've got some amazing news. Guys, we've got all 16 stackers, and we're ready. Are you guys ready? You guys ready in chat? You guys ready to see some top-tier stacking? Well, guess what? We've got a banger of a first match. Keng Ian, JONROCCO DEZZI. Maybe just a little bit one-sided, but I mean, come on. It's the best stacker in the world right now by most people's eyes. Let's just get right into the match. Without further ado, our first matchup is ready. Keng Ian, JONROCCO DEZZI, getting the warm-ups done.
Yes, sir. I'm unmuted.
All right, so welcome to our YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook audience. We will be starting with this one today. It's Keng Ian and JONROCCO DEZZI. All right, can we get a thumbs up to the camera?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, so each of you get one warm-up.
Warm-up's getting started now.
All right.
Okay, Ian. Okay. Bro, Ian finished his warm-up. JONROCCO's still doing the 363. By the way, Ian did compete earlier today. He is also in a different time zone, so we did have more time to practice. He's fully warmed up. He's ready.
All right, stackers, this is round one. Stackers, hands on timers.
Round number one. Here we go. Keng Ian,
Ready.
JONROCCO DEZZI.
Set, go. Keng Ian was clean.
Huge fumble on Ian, but still
Keng Ian
enough
has
to
a
do it. And good try from
7.916,
JONROCCO, though.
and JONROCCO has a 9.468. Ian will be taking round one.
The one and only is going to fall
All right, this is
one
round two.
short.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
This is looking like, oh, that was looking like 4-speed for a second. 556 with a fumble. Okay, Ian.
Ian was clean.
And JONROCCO was clean.
Ian has a 5.564, and JONROCCO has a 10.659.
Like
Ian will be taking round 2.
Like I said,
And
Ian
this
had
is
some
round
time to
3.
warm up.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Absolute insanity from him
Ready,
right now.
set, go.
Ooh, that looked really good. 526.9. Valiant effort from JONROCCO, but that's Ian getting 2 5s in a row, and I don't think JONROCCO had a single close attempt. Going with the cup flip at the end. He already knows he's accepted defeat at this point, but he's going to go out in style,
All right,
and that is going
Ian
to be a
was
clean 3-0 in favor of Keng Ian. I know, shocking. Keng Ian winning 3-0. I know, somebody call the feds. But yeah, jokes aside, very clean, very simple for Keng Ian. A little bit of a fumble on that first round, but gets the job done either way. We'll have a 1-0 advantage so far in the tournament. And JONROCCO, again, you know, it's round 1. You're starting off with a little bit of a disadvantage because you have Keng Ian, you have the greatest stacker of all time on the other side. But don't worry, there is still plenty of competition to go. We're getting our next matchup right away. TREY Griffith, KIERNAN, Elliot. This is going to be a spicy one. We're just waiting for both sides to confirm their equipment. And I got to say, I love watching TREY. I love watching TREY compete. And not only is he so consistent, he has that moment where he's in his element. He's in his element. He's ready to compete. And that time to compete is right now
Ian,
because he's
are we
already
good?
here. He's
Actually,
already
yeah.
ready. And I think
We
they're
good,
just
Ian?
getting their warm-ups done right now.
Awesome. So we have KIERNAN, Elliot, and TREY Griffith on the screen here. This is match 2. Can we get a thumbs up from each of you? Awesome. You each get 1 warm-up. All right. This is round 1. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go. Round number 1.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, consistent stacking from both stackers, but I think it was just a matter of the speed. Yep, TREY Griffith has the faster time.
KIERNAN was clean.
And TREY was clean.
KIERNAN has a 9.756 and TREY has a 6.062. TREY will be taking round 1. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Round 1 lead for TREY is going to be
Ready.
able to capitalize.
Set, go.
Super smooth from TREY. 5.819. That was beautiful.
KIERNAN was
TREY.
clean.
And TREY was clean.
KIERNAN has an 8.738 and TREY has a 5.819. TREY will be taking round 2. And this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Match point for TREY.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, really fast out of TREY, and that looks like he's going to close it out.
KIERNAN was clean.
That's going to be a
TREY
clean
was clean.
3-0
KIERNAN
from
has a
TREY Griffith.
6.777
Really good
and TREY has a
stacking from both sides, but
5.961.
overall,
TREY
again, we talked about it. TREY a little bit faster, and it's super consistent from TREY. That was, yeah, damn near 3 5s in a row. Super close to being 3 5s in a row, and that was almost perfect. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of TREY Griffith. But yeah, a great amount of stacking there from TREY. He will go up 1-0 in the beginning of his groups. Our next matchup, oh, this is going to be spicy. Jameson Swick versus KAREEF ULLAH. Now, as we did mention, KAREEF is a little bit under the weather, so, you know, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to be stacking at his absolute fullest potential, but regardless, we're going to do our very best. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's going to do his very best. I don't know why I'm speaking for KAREEF. But you already see some support in chat for KAREEF. A little bit under the weather today, but I mean, the fact that he told me directly, said, hey, you know, I got a little bit sick, but I should still be able to compete, just not at like 100% capacity. Who knows? Maybe he'll surprise himself. So we're just waiting for confirmation. I believe there is a situation. I think TREY still has his camera on, so I think that they're waiting for TREY to turn that off, to turn it back off, because we have to switch in between scenes with the stackers involved. So we're just waiting for that, and then we're just getting straight into our match. Excuse me. But yeah, overall, I really liked seeing TREY stack though. That was beautiful. If he keeps stacking like that today, he will be absolutely fine. Anyways, sorry for the delay. We got our matchup ready. Jameson
So,
Swick,
Kien, I believe we're ready.
That right, versus
Awesome.
KAREEF ULLAH.
Can we get a thumbs up from each stacker, please? And you each get 1 warm-up.
Can I say, I love the setup that Jameson has. Pulling out some KSA cups. I think KAREEF has already dropped a cup.
All right. This is round 1. Stackers, hands on timers.
All right, here we go. Round number 1.
Ready?
KAREEF versus
set,
Jameson.
Go.
Early fumble there for KAREEF. But he's trying to catch up here. I think it's just going to be a matter of consistency. Jameson will take advantage of the fumble.
Jameson was clean.
And KAREEF was
Jameson
clean.
will take round
Jameson
1.
has a 6.82 and KAREEF has a 7.276. Jameson will be taking round 1. And this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Also, just
ready,
really quick,
set, go.
whilst this match goes, huge thank you to everybody in chat, everybody supporting. I appreciate all you guys here. Ooh, a fumble there. That is going to cost Jameson.
Clean.
And KAREEF is going to tie things back up.
Jameson has an 8.598 and KAREEF has a 6.241. KAREEF will be taking round 2. Stackers, this is round 3. When ready, hands on timers.
Oh, Jameson's actually using 4-pad mode. I didn't even recognize that.
Go.
Ooh, multiple fumbles from both stackers. I'm not sure who won that.
KAREEF was clean.
Oh,
Jameson has a
it was close, but
6.847 and KAREEF has
he's
a
gonna close it out.
6.900.
He has the advantage
Jameson
here.
will be taking round 3. And stackers, this is round 4. When ready, hands on timers.
Match point for Jameson. Can he close it out here?
Ready, set, go.
Consistency demanded of KAREEF, but it's Mr. Consistent. But he's also fumbling as well. Jameson is catching up.
Jameson was
that
clean.
was close.
And KAREEF was clean.
Oh,
Jameson has a
KAREEF will close it out,
6.854
though.
and KAREEF has a 6.626. KAREEF will be taking round 4, and this is round 5.
Oh, that's where the blood gets pumping.
Anything
Round
can happen,
5.
so stackers, hands on timers.
Round 5. Who gets the 1-0 advantage early on?
Ready, set, go.
Oh, a dropped cup from Jameson. And KAREEF is going to capitalize. A close series. And Jameson's going to finish it up.
Jameson was clean.
KAREEF
KAREEF
will
was
win
clean.
that.
Jameson has a
3-2.
14.392.
So close. So close from Jameson. He had the opportunity. Those matches looked really, really good. Unfortunately, just not enough there speed-wise. Just barely fell short. I think he had a fumble on that 1-1, and that was the end of the conversation there. Unfortunate, but again, this is a competitive sport. This is just how it works sometimes. But it looks like we do have our next matchup ready. Oh, and I think this one's gonna be a bit spicy. It's gonna be Hing versus Gargion. Both names I probably mispronounced.
All right.
Well, let's find out.
Can we
where
just
these
get a thumbs up
stackers
from both of
weigh
you?
in.
Also, Luke, would you mind unmuting? All right, you each get 1 warm-up.
One more for each stacker. It's going to be Hing on the left, Gargion to your right.
All right, this is round 1. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, really fast from Ian. And that looks
Ian was clean.
impressively clean.
And Luke
I think
was
that
clean.
he's got it. Yep,
Ian has a
convincingly too.
6.377 and Luke has a 6.966. Ian will be taking round 1.
Wow, that's
All right,
impressive.
this
Good
is round
first round
2.
from Ian there.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Luke needs to bounce back here.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a fumble there on that 1-10-1, but multiple fumbles from both stackers. Ian is
was
going to
clean.
close it out.
And Luke was clean.
Ian has a 7.510 and Luke has a 10.380. Ian will be taking round 2.
All right, 2-0
Stackers,
lead for
this is
Ian
round
early
3.
on.
So when you're ready, hands on timers.
This is where the nerves
Ready.
kick in. Can you come
Set.
back if you're Luke?
Go.
Or is Ian just going to be ruthless and close it out in 3? Oh, an early fumble there. It's Mike Haas, Luke, and Ian's going to close it out in 3. Ian Hing. Oh,
Ian was
my
clean.
goodness. A 3-0 to
We
start
left
off
2
his
deductions
tournament.
there. Ian
That
has
is
6.
really impressive from Ian. Congratulations to him. Commiserations. Is that the right word? To Luke. Luke is going to be starting out 0-1, and maybe not necessarily an upset. I do think Ian just might be a little bit faster, but still very impressive stacking from the side of Ian Hing. And we've got so much more stacking to see. So the upset potential is still possible. Remember this is just the 0-0 matches. You know, these are just our beginning matches. And our next matchup, Spencer LATHE versus Tyson Parmaly. Again, last name not positive on how you pronounce that for Tyson. So we're just going to call him Tyson. You know, let's not overcomplicate
That's
things.
probably why.
But
Make sure rotation lock is off.
Rotation lock, alright.
rotation lock.
Rotation lock is off.
Oh, now try turning it again.
Yeah, I'll try turning it vertical. Hold on.
Okay, take your time. Okay,
Hey,
there we go.
go.
Can we get a thumbs up from each stacker when you're ready? Yeah, it works now.
Most people are using their phones here. Do remember that, people.
So we got a thumbs up. We each get 1 warm up here.
All right, warm-ups look good. Warm-ups going to be done. Round number 1.
Spencer LATHE and Tyson Parmaly. Stackers,
Parmaly.
when ready.
That's how you say it.
Hands on timers.
Here we go. Round number 1.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, 5.975
Spencer
from
was
Spencer.
clean.
Tyson had a deduction.
All right.
Deduction either
Spencer
way.
has a 5.975 and Tyson has a 7.679. Either way, Spencer takes round 1. Stackers, this is round 2. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Spencer, and Tyson will capitalize.
Spencer was clean.
Tyson was clean.
Spencer has an 8.080 and Tyson has a 6.926. Tyson will be taking round 2, and this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Round number 3 to see who gets the early lead here, and an early fumble coming in from both sides. Spencer is going to capitalize on the bigger fumble from Tyson, and that's going to be the round.
Spencer was clean.
Tyson was clean.
Spencer has a 7.004, and Tyson has an 8.008, and Spencer takes round 3.
Uh-oh.
Stackers, this is round 4. Ready, hands on timers.
Match point for Spencer. He's going to be able to close it out in 4.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble from Spencer. Oh, multiple fumbles from the other side of Tyson, and even though the fumbles came in from
Spencer was clean.
Tyson
going
had
to
a
be closed
deduction.
out in
Spencer
4.
had an 8.361 and Tyson has an 11.154. Spencer takes round 4 and the match. Very job well done to both of you.
And yeah, that was just pretty convincing with how the cookie crumbled. Spencer, seemingly the faster stacker there, and overall just consistently closed things out. So great job to Spencer. Good job there from Tyson to at least make some of those rounds fighting. Somebody said he got the funny number. You guys, oh my goodness. All right. Well, it's going to be a match win there for Spencer. He'll go up 1-0 in the groups. Our next matchup, Nathan Wood versus KAEDAN Gonzalez. Now, KAEDAN was the stacker that swapped with Caitlin Quinn in the group. So he moved from Group A to Group B, and likewise. So let's see if KAEDAN's going to be able to replicate some of that magic that Caitlin was.
Awesome. And Kian, we're ready to go. We have one warm-up from each of you.
All right, warm-ups look good. This is going to be Nathan Wood versus KAEDAN Gonzalez, round number 1.
All right, this is round 1 against KAEDAN Gonzalez and Nathan Wood. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, deduction there for KAEDAN off the bat, so Nathan's going to have to really mess this up.
KAEDAN had 1 deduction.
6.463.
Nathan is clean.
Oh,
KAEDAN
it
has
was
a
close.
7.485, and Nathan has a 6.463.
It would have been
Either
close
way,
without the
Nathan
deduction.
wins round 1.
And even then, Nathan does
This is
take the
round
first
2.
round.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Do a fumble there from both stackers on the 1-10-1. Who's going to close out their 1-10-1 faster? I think KAEDAN gets it. He
KAEDAN
will.
was clean.
And Nathan was
That's
clean.
going to be a tie
KAEDAN has a
game.
9.601 and Nathan a 10.517. KAEDAN wins round 2, and this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right, here we go. Who's going to take the early
Ready.
lead here?
Set, go.
It's a battle of the cameras out of focus. And it looks like Nathan's winning it. He will. That's an easy way to close things out.
KAEDAN was
Nice
clean.
and smooth.
Nathan was
6.965.
clean.
KAEDAN has a 10.137
Camera looks
and
so good
Nathan
on
has
Nathan's
a
side, though.
6.965. Nathan will be taking round 3, and this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Match point for Nathan. And he closed it out in 4.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, this looks pretty even. I'm not
KAEDAN
sure who
was
closed that
clean.
out. 6.258.
KAEDAN has a
To
6.258 and
6.261?
Nathan has a
3 1,000ths
6.261.
of a second.
A 0.003
.003.
difference makes KAEDAN win
And you
round
can see
4.
Nathan there. Oh,
And
that's
this
the
is
closest
round
match
5.
we've had in this
The
entire
stackers,
tournament.
when ready,
Wow.
hands on timers.
All right. KAEDAN forces a round 5. He's going to be able to close it out. Round number 5.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, a fumble from Nathan, and KAEDAN takes advantage. It's going to be the
KAEDAN was
3-2
clean.
victory,
Nathan was
the
clean.
comeback
KAEDAN has
for
a
KAEDAN.
6.173
So
and Nathan has
impressive.
a 9.905. KAEDAN takes round 5 and the match. A job well done to both of you.
Good job. Well done to both stackers. That was so impressive, the resilience there from KAEDAN Gonzalez. I can't believe that actually just happened. .003 determined if Nathan Wood was going to get a 3-1 or if KAEDAN was going to be able to make a comeback. And yeah, that was super important for KAEDAN to make that comeback. He'll go up 1-0. For Nathan, that's got to sting going down to 0-1 in that fashion as well. But next match is going to be the debut of 2 new stackers for PYRA and in the PCS, Joshua Kleindienst and Tyler Hollis. I'm so excited. We've been talking about Tyler Hollis all day. This is going to be his first matchup, his debut. Just waiting on the confirmation from the background. But yeah, I'm super excited to see this kid. I think he is one of the highest potential stackers. And I think he's basically the dark horse candidate to win this entire tournament. But he has to win some matches first. Let's get down to it.
Can we get a thumbs up to the camera, please? Awesome. You each get 1 warm-up.
And here we go. One warm-up is being done right now. Joshua Kleindienst, Tyler Hollis. Debut for both stackers, but only one of them can go up
All right.
1-0 in their
This
debut.
is round
Who's
1.
going to win the first match?
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
And it turns out Tyler is actually stacking lefty. He's not. His camera's inverted. Oh, multiple fumbles from both stackers. Tyler will close it out, though.
Joshua's
I
clean.
believe.
And Tyler's clean.
Joshua has a 9.359, and I believe Tyler has an 8.828. Camera's backwards on my side, but that's okay. Tyler takes round 1.
I'm not sure why
This is
Tyler's
round
camera
2.
slipped like that. It doesn't really matter.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go. Round number 2.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, clean cycles from both. Tyler almost fumbles at the end there.
Clean.
Tyler's clean.
Josh was a 6.919, and Tyler has a 6.01. Is that a 5?
Won't matter either way.
All right.
2-0
So
to
Tyler
Tyler
takes
Hollis.
round 2. And this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right. 2-0 lead for Tyler.
Ready.
He's going to close it out
Set.
in 3.
Go.
We talked about how consistent this guy is, and just look at him go. Couple fumbles actually on that 1-10-1, but it looks like it'll be done in 3.
Josh was clean.
Tyler Hollis, 6.915 to finish
has
things
an
off. Not the
8.359,
fastest of times, but he
Tyler has
doesn't
a
need them.
6.952.
It's going to be a clean 3-0 and Tyler Hollis's debut. Did I say 3-1? I 3-0. No, I said 3-0. I said 3-0, right, guys? I'm not delusional. I don't know. Either way, Tyler Hollis wins. He's going to go up 1-0 in the matches record so far. But this last match, oh, this is going to be a spicy one. We've got 2 huge underdog candidates for this group. Tyler Fano, TJ Koneski. This is going to be great. Let's get to it. Here we go. Warm-ups
All
are
right,
done.
stackers.
Koneski
This
to your
is
left,
round
Fano to your
1
right.
against TJ Koneski and Tyler Fano. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Now, Tyler has gotten some good warm-ups in today, so let's see if it's going to help him out here. Oh, 5.61, sending a message to TJ, and that's going to be an easy first round for Tyler. Okay, he means
TJ
business.
was clean. And Tyler was clean as well. TJ has a 14.966 and Tyler a 5.616. Tyler takes round 1, and this is round 2. Stackers,
Both of them using Gen
ready,
5s, I believe in 2-pack
hands
mode.
on timers.
Here we go.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there for both stackers, but Tyler's not as large. Oh, but he's going to have to pick those cups back up. Is TJ going to be able to take advantage of this? Oh, that was
TJ was
buzzer
clean.
beater. 9.531,
TJ has a
9.78.
9.531 and Tyler has a 9.787.
Hold your
TJ
breath.
takes round 2.
TJ takes round 2, tied up
And
1-1.
this is round 3. So
Hold your breath
stackers,
there.
when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh my God, so fast from Tyler. 5.807
was
with
clean.
a fumble.
And
with a
Tyler was
fumble.
clean.
TJ has a 7.308 and Tyler a 5.807. Tyler takes round 3, and this is round 4.
Match point here
Stackers,
for Tyler.
when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh my God, he's flexing on him at this point. Tyler Fano, consistency is his
TJ was
name.
clean.
Consistency is
And
his
Fano was
game.
clean.
That's got to be a
TJ has an
3-1
8.671
slaughter
and Tyler Fano
of
has a
TJ.
6.327.
Wow, that was very impressive to watch from Tyler Fano. The battle of the Tylers is looking good so far. Tyler Hollis and Tyler Fano a 3-0 and a 3-1 respectively. 6 rounds to 1 for them combined. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our first round of competition. And at the end of it, Keng, Ian, TREY, Griffith, KAREEF, ULLAH, Ian, Hing, Spencer, LATHE, KAEDAN, Gonzalez, Tyler, Hollis, and Tyler Fano all go up 1-0, and their opponents are going to go down 0-1. But you guys already know how this works. We start off with our 1-0 matches, and then we go into our 0-1 matches. So, Tyler Fano, I hope you liked that. I hope you liked that last match, because guess what? You're going against Keng Ian for your second one. No easy matches here. Like we said, this is top tier competition. Get ready for it. And here we go. We're already ready. Going right into it. Keng Ian, Tyler Fano. This is going to be a spicy match to go up 2-0 in the group so far.
All right.
Go easy on me, man. Go easy on me.
Go easy. You heard him.
All right. This
Keng
is
Ian,
round
Tyler
1
Fano.
against Keng Ian and Tyler Fano. The stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, a dropped cup from Tyler. And consistency is game for Keng Ian. 5.417.
Ian was clean.
And
Tyler may
Fano
have
was
looked
clean.
good, but Ian
Ian
just
has
looks
a
better.
5.417, and Tyler Fano has an 11.300. Keng Ian takes round 1, and this is round 2. Stackers.
Here we go. Round number 2 here. Tyler needs the bounce back.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a fumble coming in from Keng Ian. And his first round loss so far. Cups going everywhere. Tyler Fano, he's going to tie things up. This is a series now, isn't it?
Ian was clean.
And Tyler was clean.
Ian has a 14.513, and Tyler a 5.403. Tyler Fano takes round 2, and this is round 3. The stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
And now it gets competitive.
Ready, set, go.
Who's going to take the early lead here? A little bit of lag in the screen, but we're doing everything we can. Oh, this might be spicy. Oh, deduction from Keng Ian.
Ian was clean.
5.0752.
And Tyler had a deduction.
He might be pushed
Ian has
to
a
the limit.
5.075, and Tyler has a 6.317. Ian takes round 3, and this is round 4.
Not out of it yet.
The
Down
stackers,
1-2.
when ready, hands on timers.
Does this go to a round 5, or does Ian close it out in 4?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a fumble from Tyler.
Nice.
Oh, what a
Ian was
checking
clean.
in. 5.038.
Tyler was clean.
And this is why people
Ian
call
has
him
a
the best.
5.038.
This is why they call him the best.
Tyler has a
Unfortunate for Tyler.
6.625. Ian takes
No,
round
that's
4
insane.
and the
was
match.
insane.
Very
That was
well
insane.
done job to
Holy.
both of you.
That
Oh
was
my
insane.
goodness.
That's one way to put it. A 507 and then a 503. If you swing at the king, you best not miss. Oh my goodness. That was absolutely amazing to watch. But Keng Ian, he's not being stopped. Unfortunate for Tyler Fano that he had to go up to him for the second round of competition. But hey, 1-1, you're not complaining too much. And this is what we all expected to see regardless. Whew. But if that doesn't get your blood pumping, I don't know what does. And Tyler Fano took a round off of him. Impressive work from him. But hey, we got our next lineup of competition. Tyler Hollis versus TREY Griffith. Oh, this is going to be good.
Between Tyler
Banger
Hollis
after banger.
and TREY Griffith. Can we get a thumbs up to the camera, please? All right. You get one warm-up each.
That's going to be Tyler Hollis to your left, TREY Griffith to your right.
All
Winner
right.
goes up 0-2,
This is
loser
round
goes
1.
1-1.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
It'll have to be a speed game for both of these stackers. Both these guys are extremely consistent. Ooh, Tyler's gonna fumble at the end though. TREY with an early lead.
Tyler has an 8.059. And TREY has a 5.896. TREY takes round 1. And this is round 2. So stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Early lead for TREY. Can he continue to
Ready,
capitalize?
set, go.
Ooh, almost from both
Tyler
sides, but
was
I
clean.
think that's going to be
Trey
Tyler's.
was clean.
It is.
Tyler
It's going to be a
has
tie game now, 1-1.
6.047, and Trey has a 6.656.
All right, it's all right.
And Tyler takes round 2. And this is round 3. So stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumbles coming in from Tyler again. And look at how consistent Trey
Tyler was
is.
clean.
His second
Trey
5
was
in this
clean.
match
Tyler
alone.
has an 8.684.
Trey means
and Trey has a
business.
5.906. Trey takes round 3, and this is round 4.
This might be an upset in the works. Tyler got a tie
Stackers,
together too.
when
Trey
ready,
just has to get one more on the
hands
board.
on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, speed coming in from Tyler. Oh, that's to close things out.
Tyler was
7.16.
And Trey was clean.
7.03.
Tyler has a 7.030.
Ooh, that was close.
And Trey has a 7.160.
But Tyler does close it out on that
That is
round.
round 4. Tyler takes it, and the score is 2-2.
Round 5.
This is round 5. Anything can happen, so stackers, good luck, and hands on timers.
Round 5. Who goes up 2-0? Who
Ready.
goes 1-1?
Set, go.
Good start from both stackers. Are they going to be able to close this out consistently?
That
was
one was
close.
Tyler
565.
has a 5.797. It was clean, by the
579
way.
to
And Trey has a
565.
5.658.
Wow.
Trey takes
gotta
round
be a round
5
5.
and the match.
It's going to be a round 5 victory for Trey there. I think that's a pretty massive upset. Trey Griffith's going to go up 2-0 early on. Tyler Hollis was not fast enough. That's shocking. When have we ever said that? Tyler wasn't fast enough. That's basically never been uttered from anybody's mouth because Tyler is just so good. But you got to remember how consistent Trey is. When he's in his element, he ain't dropping cups. And that was amazing to see from Trey. I'm so happy to see him go up early. That's a 2-0 start. He needs one more match and he will qualify for playoffs. This is awesome to see. We got Trey Griffith fans losing their minds in the chat. I'm just overall so happy. So we're just waiting on the next matchup. The next matchup, I believe, let me actually check. But yeah, next matchup, KAREEF ULLAH, KAEDAN Gonzalez. This should be spicy. I think this is going to be a little bit more of a balanced match than people might expect, but let's find out.
Get a thumbs up from both of you. And you each get one warm-up.
Be KAEDAN to your left, KAREEF to your right, and
all right,
we
stackers,
look like we are good to go.
This is round 1. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from KAREEF. Oh, but a later fumble from KAEDAN. Who's going to be able to close this out? KAREEF catches back up, and he
KAEDAN
gets
had
it
one
done.
deduction.
KAREEF was clean.
KAEDAN has an 11.203, and KAREEF has a 7.461. Either way, KAREEF takes round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Just a reminder, a quick thank you to everybody in chat
Ready,
right now.
set, go.
I appreciate you guys. Good starts from both of these stackers, but KAREEF on the 1-10-1 will fumble there,
KAEDAN
and it's
was
going to be
clean.
KAEDAN tying things up.
And so did KAREEF.
KAEDAN has a 6.206, and KAREEF has a 7.481. KAEDAN, takes round 2.
No, don't get too out of yourself.
This
I
is
know
round 3.
KAREEF's good, but you know,
Stackers, hands on timers when ready.
anything's possible here.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, that looked close.
KAEDAN was clean.
Let's see who won that. 5.973,
And so did KAREEF.
KAEDAN has a
5.837.
5.837 and KAREEF a 5.973. KAEDAN takes round 3.
All right.
And
There
this
you have
is
it.
round
Up
4.
2-1 for KAEDAN.
Stackers,
KAREEF
when ready,
needs to
hands
take 2.
on timers.
Maybe another upset in the books. One more round for KAEDAN to close things out.
Set, go.
I don't know what happened. I think my Discord froze there for a second. I apologize. And KAREEF looks like he's got to close things out consistently. He will. And we're going to a round 5 again.
And KAREEF was
So it's
clean as well.
KAREEF.
Yep. KAEDAN has a 10.040 and KAREEF a 6.672. KAREEF takes round 4.
Number 5.
And we're going to round 5. So stackers, anything can happen here. When you're ready, hands on timers.
Wipe off those hands. Get ready. It's round 5.
Ready.
Winner goes up 2-0.
Set, go.
Quick start here from KAREEF, making it clean. KAEDAN dropping cups everywhere. It's going to be a clean time. Stops it properly just to make sure. 6.389.
And KAREEF
And
was
that is
clean.
going to be a
KAEDAN has a
3-2
10.56.
round 5 victory for KAREEF. It hasn't been perfect for KAREEF so far, let's be honest, but he's gotten the job done where he's needed to. So KAREEF is going to win that 3-2. It's going to be his second 3-2 win. And he will go up 2-0 so far in the matches. And for KAEDAN, good effort there. Good try. You are up 2-1, but just not able to close it out in the moment. Now, we have our final 1-0 match, and I think this is going to be a banger. Ian Hing, Spencer LATHE. This should be exciting to watch. And overall, I've been very impressed with what we've seen from Ian so far. Maybe it was just a little bit more underwhelming from his competitor. I believe that was TYSON, right? Oh, sorry. I think that was Luke. I don't remember. Yeah, he had a competitor. Hey, you know, it's a busy day. We got a lot of matches, but it looks like we got Ian and Spencer ready up here.
All right, can we get a thumbs up from both of you? All right. That was the thumbs up, right? Okay. You each get one warm-up.
One warm-up, Ian to your left, Spencer to your right.
All right, stackers, this is round 1. So when you're ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumbles from Spencer there. And Ian is gonna close things out. Sorry, the names are close, okay?
Ian was clean.
And Spencer was clean.
I believe Ian's time was 6.617, and Spencer has the 12.660, so Ian takes round 1. And this is round 2. The stackers, when you're ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go. Ian
Ooh,
was
that
clean.
looks pretty close.
And Spencer was
5.934.
clean.
And that
Ian
looks
has
like
a
6.4.
6.463 and Spencer a 5.934. Spencer takes round 2.
Spencer takes round 2.
That was round 2, right? All right.
Yes.
So this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right. 1-1 each is going to go up 2-1
Ready.
early.
Set, go.
Early fumble there out of Spencer, but a later fumble from Ian. Oh, but that's the latest fumble with that 10, and Ian will close it out consistently, excuse me. And Ian's got to go up 2-1 in this
I
match.
believe Spencer was clean as well. Ian has an 8.564 and Spencer an 11.445. Ian takes round 3. And this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a late fumble there for Ian. Oh, it's a
Ian
deduction
had
either
one
way.
deduction.
And Spencer was clean.
Ian has an 8.003 and Spencer a 6.526. Spencer takes round 4, and this is round 5. Stackers, anything can happen here. So when you're ready, hands on timers.
Anything can happen. Our third straight round 5.
Ready, set, go.
Consistency is key here. Oh, and
Ian
Spencer
was
just
clean.
barely fumbles.
And Spencer was clean.
Ian has a
5.996.
5.996, and Spencer has a 6.312. Ian takes round 3 and round 5, sorry, and the match.
All good,
Nice job,
Gabe.
Dom.
And there you go, a 3-2 win there for Ian. Ian is just running through these matches. He is up 2-0 now. Very impressive work so far from Ian, taking down Spencer Lathe. And yeah, that was just great stacking overall from both stackers. And that is going to conclude our 1-0 matches. Keng, Ian, TREY, Griffith, KAREEF, ULLAH, and Ian Hing all now sitting at 2-0. And now we are going to head over to our 0-1 matches. Our first 0-1 match, JONROCCO DEZZI versus TJ KONESKY. Again, I have no idea how to say that name, and I don't think I ever will. So we're just getting things ready in the background right now, just making sure both stackers are ready. And guess what? They both are.
What?
Can you see a
I
tournament?
cannot see a
display?
tournament display. You have to move it a little bit.
Okay, we got a tournament display to move.
Still. There we go.
Yeah, sorry, it fell while I was eating a snack. So I
Don't worry, you're all good.
I
So we
love
got a thumbs
JONROCCO.
up from each of you
So
already.
cute.
Can we get one warm up from both of you? All right. Stackers, this is round 1 against JONROCCO DEZZI and TJ KONESKY. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, quick fumble, early fumbles from both stackers. But it looks like TJ, the speed is going to be there. And he's going to close things out. I never even put the names up. I apologize. 9.726,
JONROCCO is
15.16.
clean.
And TJ's clean.
JONROCCO has a 15.162, and TJ has a 9.726. TJ takes round 1, and this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Multiple fumbles coming from both stackers, but cups are falling off the table from JONROCCO. And that's going to be another round on the board for TJ. A little cup flip there to secure that second round for
JONROCCO is
TJ.
clean.
And TJ was clean.
Do we count cup flips as
JONROCCO
clean?
has a 20.558.
I mean, I know it doesn't make much of a difference,
TJ
but still.
an 8.527. So TJ takes round 2. And stackers, this is round 3. So whenever you're ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
It's going to be a clean and easy 3-0 here
JONROCCO
for
has
TJ
2.
KONESKY. Kind of expected. Again, unfortunate circumstances for JONROCCO. But hey, when you're competing against the best, you're going to have to come with as much passion and fire as you got. And I think he could have won that first round without those fumbles for JONROCCO, even just by the basis of the speed there. But overall, TJ, it was not super clean if we're being honest, but it was just enough. He understood his opponent, and he was able to close things out in 3. And our next matchup here, KIERNAN Elliot versus Joshua Klein. Ooh, this might be a spicy matchup here, because I think this is definitely a matter of consistency for both of these stackers. Just a matter of who's able to close things out, who's able to actually finish the cycle properly. But it looks like both our stackers are ready.
Thumbs up from both of you. Awesome. Can we each get one warm-up? All right, stackers,
warm-ups
this
are
is
done.
round 1
Klein
against
to the
Joshua
left,
Kleindienst
KIERNAN
and
Elliot to the
KIERNAN
right.
Elliot. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble there from Joshua, and KIERNAN's he's gonna capitalize on that. 6.789, first round on the board for KIERNAN.
Joshua's clean.
And Kiernan's clean.
Joshua has a 12.080 and Kiernan a 6.789. Kiernan takes round 1. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Did Kiernan freeze on my side?
Uh-oh.
He'd frozen on my side too.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so give us one moment. Kiernan has frozen on our side.
Kiernan has frozen. Oh no. He's frozen. He won. This guy wins 1 round and thinks he's just that good. I'm teasing, of course. He just had a technical issue with his camera, I believe. He's still trying to figure it out. But a good round there to start for Kiernan. For Joshua, I feel like we just need... I know that Joshua is faster than this. But the consistency is where's the big question mark for me. I think his consistency, he still has a little bit more to desire when we're watching these matches here from Josh Kleindienst. So whilst we're getting this figured out, I mean, I just have to mention that, you know, I think if Joshua Kleindienst wants to have a deep run into this tournament, he has to improve on his consistency. And we have to see him make some major improvements on his consistency because otherwise, I just feel that it's going to be a rough road for Josh for the rest of this tournament. But it looks like things are back up and running. At least I hope so. So we're going to get back into the match. 1-0 lead for Kiernan.
All right, sorry for that technical difficulty. We are back, and this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go. Joshua was clean.
Ooh.
Kiernan was clean.
Oh,
Joshua
barely,
has a
though.
6.629.
6.629.
And Kiernan a 6.798. Joshua takes round 2. And this is round 3. So stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
There we go. Finally starting to see some of that speed and consistency coming from Josh
clean.
Kleindienst. That's what we need to see from him. 2-1 up now in the series.
All right. Joshua has a 6.479 and Kiernan a 7.919. Joshua takes round 3. And this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, and there you go. 6.786. That's going to be a 3-1 victory there for Josh Kleindienst over Kiernan. And Kiernan is going to go down 0-2. But Josh Kleindienst, a good bounce back match there. We needed to see some more consistency from him, and we got some consistency. Thank goodness, because otherwise, you know, if he had lost that match, he goes down 0-2. It's not looking like a good run for the rest of the tournament. But 3 rounds in a row for Josh Kleindienst. In our next matchup, Jameson Swick versus Nathan Wood. That's going to be a banger. It's going to be an absolute banger of a match. One of these stackers is going to go 1-1. One of these stackers is going to go 0-2. So this is very much a very important match for both of these stackers. We're just waiting on confirmation in the background to make sure that both of these guys actually show up and turn their cameras on and all that fancy technical stuff. And just as I say that, of course, that's when it happens.
Awesome. Can we each get a thumbs up from both of you to show that you're ready? Awesome. Can we get one warm up from each of you? All right, stackers, this is round 1
Round number
against
1,
Jameson
Swick.
Swick and Nathan Wood. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, an early fumble there from Nathan. If Jameson can just keep his consistency, he should close this out. Oh, but a
Jameson has
deduction
one
at
deduction.
the end.
Nathan was clean.
Jameson
it
has
is
a
going to cost
7.988, and Nathan has a 7.442. Nathan will be taking round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, Ooh, early fumble there from Nathan again, but he's catching up in the speed department, which is where he needs
Jameson
to.
was clean.
Oh, but that
Jameson
looked
was clean.
close.
Jameson has a
7.533 to
7.533 and Nathan a
7.154.
7.154. Nathan takes round 2. And this is round 3.
It'll be a close
Stackers,
match
when ready,
here
hands on timers.
in terms of the times, but Nathan Wood up 2-0, 1 round to close
Ready.
things out.
Set, go.
And that's going to be
Jameson
a
was clean.
clean 3-0,
Jameson was
unless we saw
clean.
something wrong.
Jameson
We
has a
didn't.
7.595.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be a clean 3-0 in favor of Nathan Wood. Something we definitely needed to see from Nathan. I felt like there's been a lot of potential with Nathan Wood, but we just needed to see some consistency and maybe just a little bit more speed on the side of Nathan. But that was a very convincing win, a 3-0 over Jameson. And now we have our final match of the 0-1 section. We have Luke Gargion versus Tyson Parmaly. This should be good. This should be another really, really decisive match as to who is going to have the edge later in the tournament and who is going to have to come back from an 0-2 deficit. But with that all said and done, here we go. Final match of the 0-1 matches.
Got one warm up.
Here we go.
All right. Stackers, this is round 1
Luke to your
against
left, Tyson to your right. I believe at least.
Luke Gargion and Tyson Parmaly. So Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a fumble from Luke there.
Luke was clean.
Tyson is clean.
Luke has a 7.201 and Tyson a 6.564. Tyson takes round 1. All right. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
1-0 advantage here for Tyson. Is he going to be able to get 2 more to close
Ready.
things out?
Set, go.
Oh, a
Luke has
deduction
1
from...
deduction.
No, that's
Tyson
2.
is clean.
It doesn't matter
Luke
either way.
has a 7.587 and Tyson has a 6.804. Tyson takes round 2.
It'll be a 2-0 advantage
All right,
for Tyson.
this is round 3.
Luke has to tie
Stackers,
together 3.
when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumbles from both. Oh, but the cup falls off at stack station. Might just cost him. Neither of these stackers can finish it. I'm just kidding. That's going to be Luke's match all day long. It doesn't matter, Tyson, even if Luke somehow has a million deductions there. I love the style of points. Hey, you're up 2-1. You might as
Luke
Well,
is
well.
probably a
clean.
deduction somewhere, but it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't have mattered because
Yeah.
Luke has a 9.846 and Tyson a 22.876. Luke takes round 3, and this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right, can Luke tie together 2 more, or
Ready,
can Tyson close it out
set.
in 4?
Go.
Consistency here is the game from Luke, but it just might not be his game. Can he close this out before Tyson? Yes, he will. Multiple fumbles from
Luke
each
is clean.
stacker and a
Tyson's
reverse sweep
clean.
on the
I
cards
got
here.
an 8.
Either way, it'll be okay. So either way, if you have the deduction, it'll be a 9.532.
Yep.
And Tyson has an 11.740. Luke takes round 4, and this is round 5. Anything can happen. So
Anything can
stackers,
happen.
hands on timers.
There we go.
Ready, set, go.
Early fumble there for Tyson. And Luke's going to take advantage of it. Is Tyson going to be able to catch up here? No, he is not. The reverse sweep is in. Luke Gargion is going to be able to tie 3 rounds in a row to avoid
Right,
going
Luke
down
was clean.
0-2. A huge comeback for Luke. Super
Tyson was
important.
clean as well.
Super important for Luke to actually win that. because you don't want to go down 0-2 in the early stages of this tournament, and Luke will win that matchup and will go 1-1 instead of going 0-2. TYSON, on the other hand, that was unfortunate, man. You got to be able to close that out somewhere, but he just could not get his cups to stay up together, and that is going to be the reverse sweep 3-2 victory there for Luke. And yeah, around 5, it was just what we wanted, right, to finish that out. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our first 2 stages, or our first 2 sections of matches. I can't speak today. I apologize. But we're going to have our third set of matches, our 2-0 matches, our 1-1 matches, and our 0-2 matches to determine the first 2 stackers to qualify, the rest of the stackers in the middle of the pack, and then our next 2 sets of stackers, our next 2 stackers to be eliminated from PCS Double Down. But before that, we're going to head over to the analyst desk after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series, and welcome back to the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG. Gentlemen, what a set of matches we've had to start off this tournament so far. And can I just start by saying, oh my goodness, Keng Ian looks final right now. That was terrifying to watch. Especially, it's got to be terrifying just to go against Keng Ian, because that was that match against Tyler Fano. And props to Tyler. Tyler took a round off of Keng Ian, which not a lot of people expected, with not only how fast Ian is, how consistent Ian is as well. It was a 3-1 victory for Keng Ian in that matchup, though, with I think 2 back-to-back 5.0s. John, he's got one more matchup against Ian Hing. It's going to be a battle of the Ians. Which Ian do you think's winning it, John?
I mean, I can't bet against Keng Ian. I mean, 2 5.0s in a row is really amazing. But Ian Hing is really impressed so far. Taking down Spencer LATHE, that was probably the upset of the first 2 rounds. He got a 5.99 in his last race. He seems very consistent. From what I could tell, his cycle record's 5.9. So being able to get within a 1/10 of a second in
I think it's a
this
5.7,
competition, as well as in his last competition at Hot Atlanta, is very impressive.
Yeah. That was very impressive. Ethan, I'm going to pass this one on to you, because we had, I think, another upset we haven't talked about yet. TREY Griffith versus Tyler Hollis. TREY Griffith takes it in 5. And not only did he take it in 5, he looked phenomenal. He's been so consistent today.
Since March of 2014, TREY has not finished a single tournament with lower than a 10 overall. So he's had a sub-11 in every tournament since then.
Wow.
Tyler, for as amazing of a stacker as he is, we haven't really seen him much in head-to-head competitions, and he hasn't really competed in this format too much. That being said, I do think that both the Tylers are the strongest stackers that are one-on-one right now.
Right.
Tyler can definitely pull his way back into this competition. I think that TREY just got the advantage in terms of consistency.
Yeah, and it makes sense as well. I mean, we gotta, Real has to kind of recognize Real here. You have to understand their opponents. TREY, super consistent, like easily popping out fives there. And TREY, his next matchup, he's going to be tested a little bit, but I still think that most people will favor him, especially considering KAREEF's situation. It's going to be TREY versus KAREEF. What do you guys think about that matchup? Who do you have taken it?
I'm gonna stick with my original prediction of KAREEF. But like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, don't count out TREY Griffith.
Don't count out TREY Griffith.
It should be an exciting matchup. I would expect that one to be closer than the Ian versus Ian matchup that we're gonna see first.
Yeah, and the Ian versus Ian matchup, I mean, come on. That who doesn't want to see the battle of the Ians? We got the battle of the Tylers potentially. We got the battle of the Ians, like anything, anything is possible. We've been mentioning it all day. But one more final question. We also have 4 stackers down below. JONROCCO, DEZZI, TYSON, Parmaly, KIERNAN, Elliot, and JAMESON, Swick, all 0-2 right now. Of the bottom 4 stackers, Ethan, which one has impressed you so far the most?
I think with Jameson, I think it was just a matter of matchups. He had 2 really phenomenal stackers that he was paired up with. With the right matchups, I definitely think that Jameson can find his way back into the this competition and find his way back into the conversation for the playoffs. There's a lot of great stackers in this competition, but I've watched Jameson firsthand, so obviously I have a little bit more insight to that. But he is he's very underrated in the aspect of consistency, and he definitely has a shot to find his way back in this thing.
John, what about you? Do you agree with Ethan there? Do you have another stacker you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, Jameson, he looked really smooth in his stacking. Obviously, he didn't win as much as he would have liked, but his stacking looked really smooth. In his first match against KAREEF, it kind of looked like he was smooth through the 3-6-3, the 6-6, and then the 1-10-1 looked like he might have tried to speed up a little bit to catch up.
Yeah.
So he fumbled a little bit there. I do want to give a shout out to KERNAN Elliot, because last night he was practicing for PYRA and he beat his cycle record. He got a 6.184.
Really?
Skips the 1.2s. So congrats to him on that 6.184. And maybe he's in 0-2 right now, but maybe he'll go on a run and be able to qualify in the end.
Well, we have so many more matches to get ready for. 2 stackers are going to be going 3-0 and get their qualifying spots in the playoffs. And 2 stackers are being sent home. Well, sent home. It's an online tournament. They're going to be staying home, and they're going to be off this Discord way earlier than everybody else. And you know what? I'm going to get bold prediction here. I think Ian is going to win versus Ian. So anything's possible. But with that being said, that has been the PCS Analyst Desk for the middle of the tournament presented by Advanced GG. John, Ethan, we'll see you guys at the end of the tournament where we'll talk about absolutely everything that is about to happen. We're going to go to a quick intermission, and then we'll be right back with our first matchup of the 2-0 bracket, Keng Ian versus Ian Hing. You won't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series, and welcome back to PCS Double Down. I am so excited for these next set of matches, and we already mentioned our next matchup. One of these stackers is going to qualify for playoffs right now, and one of these stackers is just going to have to keep trying. And it is the battle of the Ians, Keng Ian versus Hing. It's going to be a spicy matchup, but I've got good news, because guess what? We already have that match ready and lined up for you here. So let's just get right into it. No more time, no more thinking. It is going to happen right now. Keng Ian versus Hing. Keng Ian. Hold on a minute. Let me actually pop this up. Bam, right there. It actually spells out Hing, but Ian to the left. Well, Keng Ian to the left, Hing to the right, and we're getting a call from the judges.
Oh, good luck, Ian. May the better Ian win.
Good luck, Ian.
We're just waiting on the call from the judges now.
Good luck, Ian and Ian. Good luck, both of you.
Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but I already mentioned this. I think Ian's gonna win. I think Ian's gonna win. We're still waiting. Apparently, I think we may have had a judge disconnect, which is unfortunate. But we're just working on it in the background right now. And whilst we wait.
Thumbs up.
I'm so mad. I was muted the whole time.
There he is.
My fault. All right, we're good now. Can we get a warm up from each of you?
All right. Warm up are being finished right now.
Stackers,
and
this is round 1. Hands on timers.
I apologize. That was never changed. Group A, 2-0
Ready.
matches. Winner qualifies
Set.
for playoffs. Here we go. Slow and steady might win the race in some case. But 549.
Hing had 1 deduction.
One deduction.
Keng Ian has a 5.497. And Hing a 7.088. Keng Ian takes round 1.
Pretty convincing round 1
This
to
is round
take,
2.
I might as well add.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go, round number 2.
Ready, set, go.
Multiple fumbles out of Ian. Oh, but the 1-10-1 fumble. Oh, he's gonna close it out. And the deduction
Ian was
closes it for sure. Ian up 2-0. One round
Hing
away
had
from
1
securing his
deduction.
spot
Keng
in playoffs.
Ian has a 7.321 and Hing a 9.301, I believe those were the last digits. So Keng Ian takes round 2. And this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
All right, here we go.
Ready,
for playoffs.
Set, go.
Ooh, a fumble from both
Keng
sides.
Ian
The
was
deduction
clean.
closes things out.
And
The
Hing
rage
was
throw of
a
the cups.
deduction.
Keng Ian has a
going to cost him.
5.779 and
Oh,
Ian
the time
Hing
was actually
a
faster than Ian.
Good job, Ian.
7.035. Keng Ian wins round 3 and the match.
That's a hot 3-0 for Keng Ian. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our first stacker from Group B to qualify for the playoffs. Keng Ian, I know, absolute shocker, said nobody. And that is Keng Ian going at 9-1 in his rounds. He lost 1 total round on his way to the playoffs. And now we have our second stacker who's going to be moving to the playoffs. It's going to be either KAREEF, ULLAH, and TREY, or TREY Griffith for our next match.
I will.
I think it's on.
It's already on.
Oh, is it okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, so give us 1 second and we are good to go, I believe. All right, can we get a thumbs up from both of you? All right, can we get 1 warm up from each of you?
We're gonna see 2 people. So consistent.
All right, here we go.
Stackers, this is round 1. Unready,
ULLAH versus
hands
TREY
on timers.
versus TREY Griffith. Winner goes to playoffs. Loser has
Ready.
to keep trying.
Set, go.
Early fumble out of TREY there, and KAREEF. That was smooth. 5.917.
KAREEF was clean. And TREY was clean as well. KAREEF, can you show that time one more time?
Ooh.
591.
KAREEF had a 591.7, I believe. And TREY had a 6.833. KAREEF takes round 1.
That's the stacking we need to
This
see
is
out
round
of KAREEF.
2.
If he can keep
Stackers,
doing that,
when ready,
he's going to have potential to close this
hands on
out.
timers.
TREY
Ready,
has been really
set,
consistent so far.
Go.
Let's see if he can continue and bring it around back. Ooh, a fumble on that 1-10-1 might
KAREEF was
just
clean.
cost him
TREY was clean.
5.882. It
KAREEF has a
will.
5.882,
up,
and TREY
2-0
a
up
6.133.
Oh, no.
KAREEF takes round 2.
Looks like COVID doesn't affect KAREEF.
And this
2-0
is
up,
round
one
3.
round to secure
That's speed it up.
playoffs.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
TREY must get 3
Ready.
rounds back.
Set, go.
And he has the consistency to do so. An early fumble from KAREEF. And TREY's going to get around on the
KAREEF was
board.
clean.
No 3-0 for KAREEF there.
TREY was clean as well. KAREEF has a 6.843 and TREY a 5.968. TREY takes round 3. And this is round 4.
All right,
Stackers,
there you go. 2 more
when
rounds
ready,
for TREY.
hands
1 more
on
round
timers.
for KAREEF. Who is it going to be in playoffs?
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, an early fumble from TREY.
I'm trying.
It looks like there was an early fumble on the other side. Communicating, but it's going to be KAREEF closing things out in 4,
KAREEF was clean.
7.482.
TREY was
KAREEF
clean.
ULLAH.
KAREEF has a
COVID is nothing to this man
7.482 and TREY
because
a
he is just that
10.7.
consistent. That is going to be KAREEF ULLAH locking in his spot in playoffs. Amazing stacking, much better than his previous 2 matches, as I wasn't even sure if he was going to win his first match, and he has bounced back. KAREEF ULLAH with a 3-1 victory over TREY. Griffith locks in a 3-0 scoreline, and we will be seeing him on Championship Saturday. And that's the thing. We'll be seeing him most likely in full form, assuming he has made a full recovery since then. So, of course, regardless of what happens, we do wish KAREEF the fullest of recoveries, and I hope everything is all well and dandy. Now, we are moving into our 1-1 matches. And our first 1-1 match, oh, this is going to be good. Tyler Fano versus Luke Gargion. To see who goes up 2-1, to see who goes down 1-2. Let's plan it out.
All right, Stackers. This is round 1 against Luke Gargion and Tyler Fano. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go. Round number 1.
Ready, set, go.
That was smooth from
Luke
Tyler.
was clean.
That was clean.
Luke has an 8.269 and Tyler a 5.810. Tyler takes round 1. And this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Now, I have some news whilst the stack is happening. If Tyler Fano wins this and Tyler Hollis wins his match, oh, just as I say that, cups go flying off that stack station. But as I said, if Tyler Fano wins this match and
Luke was clean.
and Tyler Hollis wins his match,
Luke
we
has an
will see a battle of the
8.749 and
Tylers.
Tyler a 14.082. Luke takes round 2, and this is round 3.
And as I was mentioning, if both Tylers win, they will be competing against each other. Here we go. Apologies for the mute there. I just had to fix something. And that's going to be smooth. I think there was a fumble in there as well. 2-1 advantage for Tyler Fano.
Luke was clean.
Round to close things out.
Luke has a 10.491 and Tyler a 5.943. Tyler takes round 3, and this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Apologies, I'm turning the volume down a little bit there. Here we go. It's nice and smooth. Ooh, 5.701 from
Luke has a
Tyler,
6.726.
my goodness,
and
he's
Tyler
feeling himself
a
right now.
5.701.
And there
Tyler
you
takes
have
round
it.
4 and the match. A job
Tyler
well-
does it in 4. He's going to go up 2-1 in the match standings. 1 match win away from securing a spot in playoffs. And as well, that was just very, very clean from Tyler. Very smooth, other than the one round where the cups literally fell off his stack station. Very, very smooth stacking so far from Tyler Fano. And we have another banger match here. Tyler Hollis, Nathan Wood, 2 veteran stackers. These guys have been around for a very, very long time. The winner of this match is going to go up against Tyler Fano. We could have a battle of the Tylers here today. Let's see if we get our wish.
Are allowed to leave the call.
All right, thank you. Good luck, guys.
Oh, I think that's Chen King Ian saying good luck. Thank you,
by the
Chen
way,
King
can y'all
Ian.
hear me?
Good job.
Yes.
Good job, everybody.
Okay, because I think my microphone was muted the last 2 times.
Okay, it's okay. You're good now. All right,
Common
can we get
case
a
of the
thumbs
muted
up from
mic.
each of you? We got the thumbs up.
Yep.
Awesome. We just got 1 warm-up here.
On warm-up, Nathan Wood to your left, Tyler Hollis to your right, and it looks like the camera isn't inverted this time around, so we'll actually be able to see Tyler's time. That's a nice sight.
All right, stackers. This is round 1 against Nathan Wood and Tyler Hollis. When ready, hands on timers.
Quick reminder, if anybody wants to track the stats as the
Ready,
tournament goes on, we do have
set,
a link to the
go.
stats in the YouTube description. Here we go. Round number 1 in the board. Smooth and steady from Tyler. And that's going to close out the
Nathan
round,
was clean.
6.285.
Entitled clean.
Nathan has an 8.129 and Tyler a 6.285. Tyler takes round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, this could be a little bit.
Nathan was
That
clean.
could be contested.
Tyler was
6.050.
Nathan has a
to
6.058 and Tyler a
Oh,
6.050.
0.008.
Tyler takes round
Nathan,
2 by
not
a very
again.
slim margin.
Nathan cannot catch
All right,
a
this is round
break.
3. Scores 2 to
Second
none.
time
When
where
ready,
it fell
stackers,
within .1.
hands on timers.
And Tyler takes a 2-0 lead. Oh, that's painful to watch.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble from Tyler here, but a later fumble from Nathan. Might be dead on. I think Nathan closes that out.
Nathan
Yep,
was
the
clean.
deduction will
I
secure
had a
it.
deduction.
Nathan is
Nathan
clawing his
has
way
a
back.
7.168 and Tyler a 9.163. Nathan takes round 3 and this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Nathan got to get 2 more in a row. Tyler just wanted to
Ready.
close things out.
Set, go.
Ooh, the 1-10-1 sabotages Nathan.
Nathan
Tyler
was clean.
Hollis is going to close it out
Tyler
in
was
4.
clean.
And
Nathan
it's
has
going to
a
confirm what I
7.939
wanted to
and
see.
Tyler a
Ladies and
5.
gentlemen, the battle of the Tylers will commence in the 2-1 matches. Tyler Fano versus Tyler Hollis will be a playoffs contention match. That's going to be exciting to watch. If you've been waiting for a spicy match, you're going to get one. Just hold tight whilst we get the rest of the matches out of the way first. Because we got some other spicy matches. We got some spicy meatballs, as they say. Do they say that? I'm not sure. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just excited to see more top-tier cup stacking. This is what we all live to see for. But as we have already talked about, Tyler Fano, Tyler Hollis have both won their matches. The next 1-on-1 match, KAEDAN Gonzalez versus Joshua Kleindienst. This might be a bit of a contested matchup. I'm not sure who's going to win this one, honestly. This could go either way for sure.
Stackers, you each get 1 warm-up. All right, this is round
go.
1 against KAEDAN Gonzalez and Joshua Kleindienst. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, super consistent from KAEDAN, and that was fast. 6.059, and he's got to take a 1-0 advantage. And yeah, that's
KAEDAN was
induction.
clean.
I don't even know how many deductions he had to that.
And
That
that's
doesn't
why
matter.
Joshua, yeah. KAEDAN had a
Infinite
We don't have to worry about it.
6.059. And Joshua Kleindienst had beyond that. It was a 10, but it was incomplete. KAEDAN takes round 1. Stackers, when ready. This is round 2. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go. KAEDAN was clean.
Ooh, and that's a
And Josh
deduction
had
from
deduction.
Josh.
Oh, I would have won if I was slow.
KAEDAN has a 6.572 and Joshua a 7.369, I believe that was. So KAEDAN takes this round. This round 2.
2-0 lead for KAEDAN here.
Stackers, when ready, this is round 3. Hands on timers.
And Joshua Klein
Ready,
tie 3 together.
set, go.
Uh-oh, that 1-10-1 might sabotage him. Can he put it together? Before Josh can come back, he will. And that's going to
KAEDAN
be a
is
3-0. And I don't
Josh
even know
had
where
out
you
there
count
12
that for
deductions.
Josh Kleindienst. But it doesn't matter. That's going to be a 3-0 in the books for KAEDAN Gonzalez. Lovely stuff from KAEDAN. He's got to go up 2-1 in his matches, and he will face off against TREY Griffith later to secure a spot in playoffs. Or he's going to go against him in order to secure a spot in playoffs. It's been a long day. I apologize. We're all here. We're all a little bit tired. It's early in the morning for most of us, not called Chang Keng Ian. But, you know, we try to accommodate for all of our international stackers the exact same. But our next matchup, oh, baby. Spencer LATHE versus TJ Koneski. Like I said, this might be a spicy one on the cards. We know how good Spencer is, but we know how fast TJ is as well. So let's see which one matters more.
Awesome. Stackers, this is round 1 against Spencer LATHE and TJ Koneski. When ready, hands on timers.
Here we go, round number 1.
Ready.
Spencer on one side, TJ
Set.
on the other.
Go.
Ooh, super fast start from TJ. Multiple fumbles, and he's not even going to finish that 1-10-1 before Spencer is
was
done.
clean.
And TJ was clean.
Spencer has a 6.194 and TJ an 8.484. Spencer takes round 1. And this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
6.625 Spencer versus TJ. And again, consistency has been TJ's biggest issue here. Just cannot seem to keep the cups up in one
TJ was
form.
clean.
Spencer has a 6.625 and TJ a 17.276. Spencer takes round 2. Stackers, this is round 3. When ready, hands on timers.
2-0. Can Spencer close it out in 3?
Ready, set, go.
5.920. And TJ is going to fall short. That's going to be a quick 3-0 for Spencer LATHE. 5.920 to finish things off. Much better showing from Spencer. So much more consistent. That's what we wanted to see out of Spencer for sure. And I think that's actually going to lock in a rematch of Spencer LATHE versus Ian Hing. A rematch to see who gets the spot in playoffs and who has to keep going and who will be on the chopping block at the end of it all. Now, with all of that out of the way, we have our 0-2 matches to get underway. And this is where it is at risk of elimination. JONROCCO DEZZI versus TYSON Parmaly, will be the next matchup. Here we go. Elimination on the line for both of these stackers.
Thumbs up from J-Rock, right? Awesome. Can we each get one warm-up from each of you?
And I also want to apologize. I actually did spell his last name wrong. It is Parmaly, not Parmaly, with an A. I can't speak. Can't speak, can't type, I can't do anything. All right, Tyson's warm-up is done. I think JONROCCO's just having fun.
All right, stackers, this is round 1. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh, and I just want to clarify because I completely forgot to type it. I knew I was forgetting something. I completely forgot. I apologize. Oh, and 2 matches here. Again, elimination on the line. Multiple fumbles coming in from both stackers, but Tyson will close the round out.
For a second there. Okay.
JONROCCO is clean.
Was clean.
JONROCCO is a 17.155, and Tyson has a 10.876. Tyson takes round 1. And this is round 2.
Can we get some longer
Stackers,
matches?
when
All
ready,
of the matches so
hands
far in this
on
third set of
timer.
matches have been 3-0s
Ready.
or 3-1s.
Set, go.
Smooth and steady from Tyson, and that's going to be a 2-0
JONROCCO
advantage in this
is clean.
matchup.
So
Tyson.
it's Tyson.
JONROCCO has a 10.972, and Tyson has a 7.123. Tyson takes round 2, and this is round 3.
Elimination
Stackers,
point on the
when
line
ready,
from JONROCCO.
Hands on timers.
Can he tie together 3 rounds to avoid elimination?
Set, go.
Ooh, an early fumble there. That is going to result in a deduction at the end of this, and that might cost him. And it looks like he already knows his fate is sealed. And Tyson will stay alive. A cup flip to knock over the rest of his cups. He's having some fun with it. And a valiant effort from JONROCCO. He is going to close it out with 23 seconds on the line.
JONROCCO is a 24.
And unfortunately, JONROCCO Desi will be eliminated from PCS Double Down.
Tyson
and I want to give a huge credit to where credit is due. Shout outs to JONROCCO for actually coming to this tournament, for actually competing to ensure that we had enough stackers to actually make this tournament possible. And I'm just so happy that JONROCCO was here to compete. Thank you, JONROCCO. Everybody, give some love to JONROCCO in the chat. The one, the only. And now we have our second elimination matchup being lined up right now. KIERNAN, Elliot, James, and Swick. Winner continues on in the tournament. Loser is eliminated. So everything is on the line here for both these stackers. They want to stay in this tournament, you know? We all want to stay in this tournament at the end of the day, but only so many of us can win and only so many of us can lose. And this is a tournament where one stacker must win, one stacker must lose. And it's elimination point for both of these stackers. Let's see who conquers it.
All right, can we get a thumbs up from each of you? Awesome. You each get one warm-up.
One warm-up for each. Jason, Swick, KIERNAN, Elliot. Elimination on the line.
All right, stackers. This is round 1 against Jameson, Swick, and KIERNAN, Elliot. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Smooth 3-6-3s from both stackers. Oh, but the 10 falls over. And it's not going to matter. Jameson will close
Jameson was clean.
the first round. That's going to be a round 1 advantage to Jameson
KIERNAN was
for the
clean
early
as well.
part of this tournament.
Jameson has an 8.019 and KIERNAN a 10.523. Jameson takes round 1. And this is round 2.
2 more
Stackers,
rounds to stay
when
alive
ready,
for Jameson.
hands
2 more
on
rounds to be eliminated
timers.
for KIERNAN.
Ready,
See what happens.
set, go.
Ooh, a fumble on the 10. That might cost him that round, and it will.
Jameson, sorry,
We
was
are
clean.
tied up.
And KIERNAN was clean.
Jameson has an 8.791 and KIERNAN a 7.608. KIERNAN takes round 2, and this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Super smooth from Jameson here. He is going to take the advantage that he's given.
Jameson was
2-1
clean.
lead for Jameson.
Kiernan was clean.
And it is going to be elimination point for Kiernan. Must tie together 2 rounds to Jameson's 1.
4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Jameson close it out in
Ready,
4.
set, go.
Smooth cycles from both stackers so far. This is going to be close.
Jameson was clean.
6.821 to
And Kiernan was
7.093.
Jameson has a
We are going to a round
7.093
5.
and Kiernan a 6.821. Kiernan takes round 4 and this is round 5.
Woo! It's
Anything
going down
can
to
happen.
the wire.
So
1
stackers,
round.
when you're ready, hands on timers.
Elimination point for both stackers.
Ready.
1 stacker will keep going.
Set,
1 stacker is out. Who's it going to be? Ooh, early fumble for Jameson. That might cost him. Oh, another early fumble. But the one-time one has not been finished from Kiernan. I say that with bated breath. He's going to close it out. 2 rounds to come back. Kiernan, Elliot will stay alive.
Jameson was clean.
Jameson
And
is
Kiernan was clean.
out.
Jameson has a
So unfortunate for
15.688
Jameson,
and Kiernan
but good effort all around. He did his very best. Shoutouts to Jameson. Did so well in this tournament. Everybody give some love in the chat for Jameson. He made it close every single round. Remember, almost took a series off of KAREEF, who went 3-0 because of it. And now, unfortunately, he was not able to close a series out. Good work from him. It pushed so many stackers to the limit. And now we get into the next level of intense matchups. We are now on our 2-1 matches. The winner of these matches will qualify for playoffs. The loser of these matches risk elimination will go 2-2. So the winner of the matches will go 3-1. Loser of the matches will go 2-2. And we have a rematch for our first matchup. Spencer LATHE, Ian Hing for the playoffs. Now, the last time this happened, Ian got the better of Spencer, but this is a different time around. Let's see if Spencer has what it takes to come back.
Awesome. We each get 1 warm-up.
Did I switch to the wrong scene? I think it did. Warm-up's coming underway. All right, here we have it.
Stackers.
Ian to the
this
left,
is round
Spencer
1.
to the right.
I'm ready. Hands on timers.
Winner of this match secures a spot in
Ready.
playoffs.
Set, go.
Ooh, multiple fumbles coming from Ian there, and Spencer is going to close it
Ian
out.
was clean.
1-0 start now.
And Spencer was clean.
Ian has an 11.048 and Spencer a 6.039. Spencer takes round 1. Stackers, this is round 2. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Oh, so consistent from Spencer right now. He is in his element. A 2-0 start here, 6.225.
Ian was clean.
Needs to tie together 3
And Spencer
rounds
was
on the
clean.
board.
Ian, would you mind showing the time? Ian has a 12.863 and Spencer was a 6.6, I believe.
6.225, I believe.
That's what I meant, 225.
Yeah, sorry about
So-
that.
No, don't worry. I got it. Spencer takes round 2. And this is round 3. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, multiple drop cups dropped from both stackers. But here we go to the 6-6. Oh, a drop, a fumble on the 1-10-1. Who's going to close out this 1-10-1 first? I think Spencer
Ian has
got
one
it.
deduction.
I am not sure. It's going to be a deduction either way. I think that secures it for Spencer. It
Ian
will.
has a 10.364.
It's going to be the 3-0.
And Spencer
That's a
was
little bit of
clean.
revenge
He has
for
a
Ian taking down
9.481.
earlier. And that's
Spencer
going to be
takes round 3.
Spencer qualifying to the playoffs. Spencer LATHE has made it to the top 16. Ian Hing has to keep trying. And man, those rounds were relatively close, understand. Other than that last round, which I think kind of went the way of Spencer. Spencer has been so much more consistent these last couple of rounds. I'm super excited to see what he's capable of doing at PCS Double Down playoffs next Saturday. He has qualified. He has earned his spot, but tournament is not over just yet. Our next matchup for another spot in playoffs, TREY Griffith, KAEDAN Gonzalez, two stackers that maybe in some people's eyes have overperformed just a little bit. Or maybe this is their time, this is their moment. One of these two stackers is qualifying for playoffs as well. Let's see who it's going to be. We saw speed out of KAEDAN. We saw consistency
Stackers,
out of TREY.
This is round 1 against KAEDAN
So let's
Gonzalez
see which one
and
weighs
TREY
more.
Griffith. Run ready. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Early fumble there for TREY. And KAEDAN is lights out right now. That fumble at the end, did that
KAEDAN was
cost him?
clean.
Tyson, I mean,
It did.
TREY was
Oh my
clean.
goodness. I
KAEDAN
thought he
has
had
a
that for sure. That fumble at the
6.512
one-to-one
and TREY
actually
a
cost him.
6.061. TREY
TREY actually
wins
got the
round
round
1.
there. That surprised me.
Stackers, this is round 2. When ready, hands on timers.
All right. TREY takes the lead. I did
Ready.
not see that coming. I thought that
Set.
fumble would cost TREY in the
Go.
beginning. Ooh, another early fumble from TREY. Oh, but another early fumble from KAEDAN. The cups fall off, and TREY's able to take the lead. Oh, but the deduction at the end. That was one stack. I don't think it matters. Yeah, it's going to be multiple seconds behind.
TREY had a deduction.
KAEDAN
It
has
won't
a
matter.
14.909 and TREY a 10.422. TREY takes round 2.
All right, round 2 in favor of
Stackers,
TREY.
this is round
Match
3.
point
When
for
ready,
TREY to get
hands
his spot
on
in the
timers.
playoffs. He missed playoffs at PYRA Cup
Ready,
All-Stars. This
set,
is his chance for redemption.
Go.
Much smoother cycle there
KAEDAN
from
was
KAEDAN.
clean.
The deduction
And TREY had a
won't-
deduction.
KAEDAN
It
has
won't
a
matter either way.
6.037
KAEDAN gets a round
and
on the
TREY an
board.
8.178. KAEDAN takes round 3, and this is round 4.
All right.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
KAEDAN has to get 2 more. TREY just needs 1 round here.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, cups falling all over the place. But for once, it's not the stack station that cost KAEDAN. And he's going to be able to close that out. A reverse sweep in the works
KAEDAN
yet
was
again.
clean.
KAEDAN is
And TREY
forcing
was
this to
clean.
a round
KAEDAN
5.
has a
He wants that spot at
9.496
playoffs.
and TREY an 11.537. KAEDAN takes round 4, and this is round 5.
One
Anything
more
can happen.
round.
Good luck
Anything
to both
can
of
happen.
you.
Anything is
And when
possible.
you're ready, stackers, hands on timers.
Breathe in, breathe out. This is for playoffs.
Ready, set, go.
Much better 3-6-3 from TREY. This might be close, but TREY closes it out consistently. There we go. It's the
KAEDAN
redemption
was DNF.
arc for TREY Griffith. Ladies and
was
gentlemen,
clean.
he has done
TREY
it.
has a
TREY Griffith, he
6.17.
closes the series out. He denies the reverse sweep. TREY Griffith has unlocked a spot. He has locked his spot for playoffs. It was close. It was almost the reverse sweep for KAEDAN. Valiant effort from both stackers there, but TREY will move on to Championship Saturday. We will see him on Saturday. He has done it. And I'm so proud of TREY, man. I'm so happy to see that. I was a little bit worried there at the end, and he did miss out on playoffs last time at PYRA Cup All-Stars, but lightning will not strike twice this time around. And ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final 2-1 match. The winner of this match goes on to playoffs. The loser has to keep trying and puts themselves at elimination risk. It's Tyler Hollis and Tyler Fano. I am so excited for this match. This is the matchup I wanted to happen for the obvious reason they're both named Tyler, but not even just that they're both named Tyler. Both of these stackers are so damn good. And I want to see which one is going to be able to topple the other. Chat, this is the matchup we've all wanted and we've all been waiting for. Let's see it
Stackers, can we
happen.
get a thumbs up from both
Tyler
of you?
versus Tyler.
Awesome. You each get 1 warm-up.
2-1 matches, the final one. to unlock the fifth
right.
slot
Stackers.
in playoffs
This
from
is
Group
round
B.
1 against
Tyler
Tyler
Hollis versus
Hollis
Tyler and Fano.
and Tyler Fano. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go.
Ready, set, go.
Fast start from both stackers. Oh my goodness. Oh, that fumble on the 1-10-1.
Tyler Hollis
I
was
think
clean.
Tyler closes that out. He
Tyler Fano
will.
was also clean.
Tyler Hollis has a
fumble did
5.848
cost
and
Tyler
Tyler
Fano
Fano
there.
a 6.229. Tyler Hollis takes round 1. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Here we go. Round number 2.
Ready.
Can Tyler bounce
Set.
back against Tyler?
Go.
Oh, this is going to be a close matchup. Oh, that looks so
Tyler
even.
Hollis was clean.
5.423
was clean.
to
Tyler Hollis is a
5.499.
5.499 and Tyler
that
Fano
was a spicy matchup there.
5.423.
Oh, that went
Tyler
down
Fano
to the
takes
damn
round 2.
wire, but there
Score
we
is
go.
1-1.
Tyler and Tyler
Stackers, this
are
is round
tied
3.
up.
When ready, hands on timers.
Woo. They mean
Ready.
business.
Set, go.
Ooh, super fast start here from Fano. He just has to close it out. Oh,
Tyler Hollis was clean.
5.420
And Tyler Fano
to
was clean.
5.711.
Tyler Hollis has a
Fano does run away with the
5.711
lead
and Tyler
here.
Fano a
1 round away
5.420.
for the upset
Tyler
victory
Fano
to
takes
unlock a
round
slot
3
in
and it
playoffs.
scores 2-1. Stackers, this is round 4. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
This is where the blood gets pumping. 4
Ready.
spot in playoffs for
Set.
Tyler Fano.
Go.
Oh, cups fall off the stack station, and that's where it's going to cost him. But this is what I think everybody wanted to see. In essence, we're going to a round 5.
Tyler Hollis was
versus
clean.
Tyler tied up. Round
Tyler Fano
5
was clean.
demanded.
Tyler Hollis has a 5.523 and Tyler Fano a 12.745. This is round 4 has been given to Tyler Hollis. This is round 5. Anything can happen here.
Anything can happen.
Good luck, stackers. When ready, hands on timers.
All right, hands on timers for a spot
Ready.
in playoffs.
Set, go.
Ooh, an early fumble from Tyler Hollis. Tyler just has to close this out, and he will. 5.693. Tyler Fano wins the battle of the Tylers, and Tyler
Hollis
Fano
was clean.
has secured
And Tyler
a
Fano was
spot
clean.
in playoffs. He has done it. Tyler Hollis gotta try just a little bit longer. Tyler Fano, though, oh my God, this kid, he keeps upsetting Tyler Hollis. This is the 2nd time in a row. We saw Tyler Hollis versus Tyler Fano for Cycle SOC at Hotlanta. Tyler Hollis gets a 524. We're like, or it was like a 523, and we're all like, yep, yeah, nobody's beating that. Tyler Fano walks up to the stage, gets 522. Like, and here we go again. Tyler Fano has just had the other Tyler's number. Oh boy. You're starting to get a little bit nervous if you know you have to go against Tyler Fano at playoffs. But there you go. Tyler Fano has unlocked a spot. And for Tyler Hollis, this is elimination point. You're 2-2. If you don't win your next match, you're out. So you got to be careful here. But that is going to conclude our 2-1 matches. Now we do get to some elimination point matches for our 1 and 2 matches. Our first matchup for this grouping is going to be Luke Gargion versus Kiernan Elliot. Kiernan was down 0-2, was able to get a match in. So let's see if he can do 2 more.
All right, stackers, this is round 1 against Kiernan Elliot and Luke Gargione.
Here we go.
Stackers, when ready,
Gargione, Elliot.
hands on timers.
Here we go. Loser
Ready.
is out.
Set, go.
Ooh.
Kiernan has a deduction.
There is a deduction there. I wouldn't have
Luke
mattered either
was
way.
clean.
Kiernan
Kiernan
takes
has
the
an
round.
8.675 and Luke a 7.447. Luke takes round 1. All right, this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Well, this might actually be a close matchup. They stop at the same time.
Kiernan was clean.
7.051 to 7.17.
Kiernan has a 7.170.
Oh
and
my
Luke
goodness.
a 7.051.
Y'all want to know what I just realized?
Luke takes
Names are on the
round
wrong
2.
sides.
And this is round 3.
I apologize.
Stackers, when ready. Hands on timers.
I completely apologize.
Ready.
Again, one-man show here on the broadcast side of things.
Go.
That's the right side for the names. Luke is up 2-0 right now. Is he going to make it a 3-0? Ooh, a fumble on that 1-10-1. No, he will not.
Kiernan was clean.
And Luke was clean.
Kiernan has a 6.913 and Luke a 7.644. Kiernan takes round 3, and this is round 4.
All right, a reverse sweep
Stackers,
demanded of Elliot.
when ready. Hands on timers. Ready. Set. Go.
A good start from Luke. He just has to close this out consistently, and he will do just that. A 3-1 victory for Luke. And Kiernan, Elliot will be eliminated
Kiernan
from
was
PCS
clean.
Double Down.
And Luke was clean.
continues on.
Kiernan has a 12.214 and Luke a 6.
And a convincing victory there for Luke. I apologize for the names. Again, one-man show here when it comes to the production side of things. I have to manage a couple different things in the background. But at the end of the day, Luke Gargion, he gets the job done. And for Kiernan, valiant effort, but his run in this tournament has concluded. He will not be making playoffs. And now we have our next elimination matchup. It is going to be Nathan Wood versus Tyson Parmaly. This is going to be a spicy matchup. One of these stackers is also going to be eliminated.
Get a thumbs
Let's
up
see
for
who it's
both
going
of
to
you,
be.
please. All right, you each get one warm-up.
And here we go. Nathan Wood to the left, Tyson Parmaly to the right. I know for sure this time. I didn't get it mixed up.
All right, stackers, this is round 1. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Round number 1 underway. Consistent stacking out of both these guys. I say that with bated breath. Tyson, the cups fall off the stack station. And Nathan Wood gets round 1 done. 6.660. Funny number.
And so was Tyson.
Nathan has a 6.660 and Tyson a 15.260. Nathan takes round 1, and this is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Consistent out of Nathan. That's going to be a 2-0 advantage. He understood the competition, and he knows to just go consistent, because that stack station is costing Tyson.
Tyson was clean as well. Nathan has a 6.627, I believe that was, and Tyson has a 16.017. Nathan takes round 2, and this is round 3. Stackers,
to stay alive in the tournament, Tyson needs 3 rounds in a row.
Ready.
Nathan just needs to close it out with
set,
1.
Go.
Ooh, this might be close. 6.691.
Tyson was
Let's see what Nathan has. 6.533. He finally wins a close matchup. It's going to be a 3-0 sweep from Nathan.
And the match. Very well done, John.
Thank God, finally, Nathan Wood wins a close round like that, because it always seems to go against him by like a 1/10 of a second. But Nathan is going to get it done in 3. And for Tyson Parmelee, unfortunately, you have been eliminated from PCS Double Down. And we have one more match for our 1 and 2 matches. Joshua Kleindienst versus TJ Koneski. One of these stackers will continue on in the tournament. One of these stackers will be eliminated right here and now. Let's find out who's going to be who.
Warm up. All right, this is round 1 against Joshua Kleindienst and TJ Koneski. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers.
Both stackers need this win to avoid elimination.
Set, go. Joshua was clean.
TJ had a deduction.
TJ
Right.
had a deduction.
Joshua, can you tell me the time one more time? 7.965, and TJ, because of your deduction, has an 8.787. Joshua Kleindienst takes round 1.
So Josh actually takes round
Stackers,
1 there because
this
of the
is round
deduction.
2. When ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Another early set of fumbles coming in from TJ. He just can't keep his cups up right now to save him. And Josh is going to completely capitalize on another deduction either way.
TJ had a deduction.
Joshua has a 6.694 and TJ an 11.395. Joshua takes round 2. Stackers, this is round 3. When ready, hands on timers.
Here we go. To avoid elimination.
Ready, set, go.
And Joshua Kleindienst is going to close it out in 3. TJ just cannot keep a stack up to save his life.
And TJ had
and that is going to be a quick 3-0 for Josh Kleindienst. TJ will be the last stacker of our 1 and 2 matches to be eliminated from PCS Double Down. Again, a valiant effort, but that was honestly just kind of rough to watch because it felt like TJ could not keep a single stack up. At least with the 6s, he couldn't keep a single 6 stack up at any point in time. So that is going to be our final 1 and 2 match. And now we are down to our last 6 stackers, but we only have 3 spots left for stackers to qualify for. 3 stackers are qualifying and 3 stackers are getting the boot. Is going to be our 2 and 2 matches where all of these stackers currently sit right now. And it is going to start with Ian Hing versus Joshua Kleindienst. Right back to Josh to see if he can qualify or if he'll be taking a bit of a later exit. Let's find out right now.
Ian, we're going to intermission. I think, because Ian just had to go somewhere for a moment.
Okay, never mind. I guess Ian had to go somewhere for a moment, so we're just not going to do the match. Canceled. I'm teasing. But we are going to have to wait a little minute. It seems that Ian had to go off and do something. We're going to figure that out in just a moment. Either way, we have 6 stackers left. Ian Hing, KAEDAN Gonzalez, Tyler Hollis, Joshua Kleindienst, Nathan Wood, and Luke Gargion. But we only have 3 spots left for playoffs at PCS Double Down. 3 stackers are going to get their spots at playoffs, and 3 stackers are going to be out. But I've got some good news. We're able to find out which one of these 2 stackers is going to qualify right now.
Awesome.
For this match.
You each get 1 warm-up.
1 warm-up for each of these stackers. Ian to the left, Josh Kleindienst to the right. For a spot in playoffs. One stacker qualifies, one stacker is
Ian Hing
out.
and Joshua Kleindienst. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, fumbles from both stackers. I think Ian was able to speed up and get the advantage. He was.
Ian has a 6.946 and Joshua a 7.382. Ian takes round 1. This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Fumbles. Fumbles from Ian there. I think there was a
And
little bit of
Joshua
lag.
clean.
6.516 to 6.695.
And Joshua a 6.516. Joshua takes round 2.
That was a close round. It just you can hear it, but you couldn't
This is
exactly
round
see it because it
3.
wasn't super synced up.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
A smooth round out of Ian.
And Joshua clean.
Ian has a 6.123 and Joshua a 6.839. Ian takes round 3, and this is round 4.
Ian on round
Stackers,
4 now.
when ready. Hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, cup's falling over, and that's going to be Ian to close things out in a 3-1 fashion. Ian Hing has done it. He has qualified for PCS Double Down playoffs. He will make it to Championship Saturday. For Joshua Kleindienst, it was a long road, but that will be the end of the road for Josh Kleindienst. He has been eliminated from PCS Double Down. And a good effort from Josh. I think quite more impressive, a little bit further than maybe some people expected him to go. But that is the end of the road for him, and we're getting ready for our next matchup to decide the next stacker, one of the last 2 stackers to get a spot at PCS Double Down playoffs. It's going to be between KAEDAN Gonzalez and Nathan Wood. 2 stackers that have had some ups and some downs, but overall, this is a game of consistency at the end of the day. So who is going to be able to stand on top of it? We're about to find out.
Can we get a thumbs up to the camera? Awesome. Can we get a warm up from each of you? All right.
All right. For a spot in playoffs, both stackers, Gonzalez to the left, Wood to the right.
Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, that looked like a close match. 6.014.
Was clean.
6.121.
Has a 6.014 and Nathan a 6.121. KAEDAN takes round 1.
A close round to start things off.
This is round 2. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
Ooh, a late fumble there from KAEDAN. Oh, but Nathan drops the cup at the last second, and KAEDAN has a chance to catch back up.
KAEDAN has an 8.365.
KAEDAN Gonzalez goes up 2-0, and Nathan, that cup betrayed him at the end.
Takes round 2. And
that is so unfortunate. 2 really close rounds.
Ready, hands on timers.
Nathan has to tie 3 rounds in a row together to avoid elimination.
Ready, set, go.
Early fumble from Nathan. And KAEDAN's getting so much speed ahead. KAEDAN has done it. A 3-0 sweep of Nathan Wood. It was unfortunate at times, but at the end of the day, the cups just fell off the table. KAEDAN Gonzalez has qualified for PCS Double Down playoffs. We will be seeing him next Saturday. A valiant effort to Nathan Wood. He looked so good at times. And who knows, maybe if a couple of those rounds go the other way, Nathan does qualify. There were a couple of really airtight rounds that just did not go in his favor. And again, huge congratulations to both stackers for making it this far in the tournament. But KAEDAN, we will be seeing you next Saturday. And commiserations to Nathan Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final match of the day. 2 stackers stand, and only one of them can get that spot in playoffs. Tyler Hollis, Luke Gargion. One of these 2 stackers is going to qualify for Championship Saturday, and the other, it's just going to be too damn bad. But guess what? We're ready for our final matchup. Tyler Hollis, Luke Gargion.
Warm up
for the spot in playoffs.
All right, this is round 1 against Luke
to the left, Tyler to the
Gargion
right.
and Tyler Hollis. Stackers, when ready, hands on timers. Ready, set, go.
And you see Tyler just flying by, making sure to get the job done. 5.884 to 6.779. Tyler picks up the first round with ease.
5.884. Tyler takes round 1. Stackers, this is round 2. Hands on timers when ready.
And it looks like they're both using the same cups too.
Ready, set, go.
Ooh, early fumble from Luke, and Tyler's just going to run away with it. That's quick and easy, and that's going to be a 2-0 advantage for Tyler. One more round for Tyler Hollis to get his spot in playoffs.
Tyler a 5.640. Tyler takes round 2. This is round 3. Stackers, hands on timers when ready.
Luke has to do the unthinkable 3 rounds in a row against Tyler Hollis. Can he pull it off? Ooh, an early fumble from Luke, but not from Tyler. But he will close it out in the end. It was a clean run, and even if it wasn't,
Luke
it's
has
still
an
fast enough.
8.676 and Tyler a 6.173. Tyler takes round 3 and the match. A job well
and
done,
that's going to be Tyler Hollis, expectedly, but you never know, expectedly taking the final spot in playoffs. A valiant effort from Luke, but you get matched up against Tyler for the final match, and things just happen. Tyler Hollis has secured a spot in PCS Double Down playoffs. He will be there for Championship Saturday. And for Luke, you were so close, but just not enough there in the tank to take down Tyler Hollis. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our matches for the day, but don't go anywhere. We're going to break everything we just saw down in the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PYRA Cup Championship Series, and welcome back to the PCS Analyst Desk presented by Advanced GG. John Scannell to my left, Ethan Jones to my right. Gentlemen, what a set of matches we saw today. We saw some upsets, we saw some absolute bangers, but I want to talk about the match that I think everybody was excited to see, but the match that I think delivered the most out of the rest of these matches. Tyler Hollis, Tyler Fano. It went down to the wire, but Tyler Fano, yet again, got the better of Tyler Hollis. John, I want to start with you here. Is Tyler Fano the real dark horse candidate in this tournament?
He might be. I definitely, he was one of the top 4 in my predictions. I didn't expect him to be able to beat Tyler Hollis again. He had just beaten him in Atlanta a month ago. But I think besides losing to Chen Kenyan, like we said at the intermission, that's really tough to do, to beat Chen Kenyan.
At all.
Done as well as anyone could have expected him to do today.
Yeah, I think you really have to give credit to Tyler Fano, a stacker that I'm not even sure a lot of us saw coming into this tournament at all. Like, we didn't know really where to put him. We haven't seen a lot of him in head-to-head competition. Takes a round off of Chen Kenyan, the only stacker to take a round off of Chen Kenyan. And on top of that, was able to take down Tyler Hollis to secure his spot in playoffs. Ethan, I want to hand it over to you, though. Which stacker that actually secured a spot in playoffs surprised you the most from Group B?
Well, I think Hing definitely surprised me. You know, there may be stackers that are faster than Ian, but he definitely pulled off 2 huge upset wins.
Yeah.
Especially his win over Spencer Lathe. Obviously, Spencer getting the best of him the second time. I want to give a shout out to him as well. Spencer has always been one of the more consistent competitors. Obviously, his string of great results would reflect that. Hasn't really gotten a lot of attention for that, but I think that come playoff time, he'll definitely be looking to turn some heads.
He definitely will be. And speaking of playoffs time, I've got some exciting news for you. We have the playoffs bracket ready. The stackers that we'll be seeing next Saturday in a single elimination bracket. It is head-to-head, cycle-only, single elimination. First to 5 rounds wins the match. You win the match, you advance in the bracket. You lose, you're out. No second chances. No try to get 3 matches before you lose 3. There's nothing like that. No double elimination. This is a single elimination bracket. You win or you go home. And here is the bracket we have. Our starting match is going to be Will Allen versus Ian Hing. TREY Griffith versus Gianni Barletta, Finley Newell versus Tyler Hollis, KAREEF ULLAH versus Naoki Sakine, William Morrell versus Caden Gonzalez, Spencer Lathe versus Gabriel Timperley, Billy Wilmoth versus Tyler Fano, and oh my goodness, Chen Keng Ian versus Evan Cloud. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am for that matchup. And overall, I'm just excited in general. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a technical issue on the back end of this, it seems. I don't know. Oh, I see. I see the problem. We moved over to the analyst desk, and hi, John. So John's in the wrong spot here. We're improvising where we can. But John is on the screen. He's just in the wrong spot. But to finish this off, guys, I think we'd all be too biased in saying Chen Kenyan versus Evan Cloud is the favorite match for everybody to see. So, hey, there's John. So, instead of Chen Kenyan versus Evan Cloud, other than that matchup, what is the next best matchup that we're going to want to watch? John, we'll start with you.
I'm going to go with KAREEF versus Naoki. That should be a good match. Both stackers, maybe not the favorites in the tournament, but they were both of my dark horse candidates between Group A and Group B, so I'm excited to see that particular matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting matchup for sure, especially with KAREEF not having the most dominant 3-0 path, but he did win all 3 of his matches, which is going to be huge for him in the PPR, in the rankings, to get him some points on the board. And Naoki just barely scraped by with a 3-2 record. And I'm actually going to answer this one before I interrupt Ethan here. Billy Wilmoth versus Tyler Fano. I'm so excited to see that matchup. I think those stackers are a lot more evenly matched than I think either of them realize. And I think if Billy is stacking confidently and is on his element, he's going to shock a lot of people. Ethan, do you agree with me on that take, or do you think I'm faded that Tyler Fano would lose?
No, I think Billy is a very underrated stacker. And, you know, with Tyler, who's obviously established himself as a world beater, that's sort of been his trademark, really been a thorn in the other Tyler side, Tyler Hollis, you know, taking first place in cycle at Hotlanta. Tyler won the tournament overall, but Tyler's got the advantage here today at PCS. I definitely look forward to watching Billy this weekend. As much as I look forward to watching Tyler Fano. Also, want to highlight another matchup, which is Finley Newell versus Tyler Hollis. Finley put off two incredible upsets, one over Evan Cloud, who is the #1 PCS stacker, and Tyler Hollis not having, you know, the best showing today, but could definitely rebound next Saturday.
Especially knowing the matches you have coming up if you're going to continue to go in this bracket. And these are going to be some spicy matchups, but overall, it looks like we are going to have an amazing championship Saturday. But one more thing before we go, I want to hear your predictions from both of you. Who are going to be the top 4 stackers in this playoffs bracket? Who are going to make it to the top 4? John, we'll start with you.
Well, I think on the bottom half of the bracket, Ian and Arel, obvious picks. The top half of the bracket is more wide open, but I'm going to go with Will Allen as the first one, and the second one, it's a tough. I mean, you got
KAREEF, you got Tyler, you've got Naoki. Which one do you think's coming out of it?
I mean, I want to go with my Group A dark horse Naoki, but I think Finley Newell, he
Really?
I think that if he can knock off Tyler Hollis, I think he can move on to the semifinals.
All right, Ethan, let's hear it from you. Your top 4.
Definitely have to agree with William Morrell and Chen Keng-yan. I mean, those are the two obvious picks for any tournament. Also, Evan Cloud. I think that, well, he went 3-1 yesterday, I believe. I think that he could definitely be even more dominant on Saturday. And then for my final spot, you know, every year in the NFL, we see a Cinderella team that comes out of nowhere and makes it all the way, or goes on an incredible run. We saw it with the Bengals this year, and in 2019, we saw it with the Titans in the AFC Championship. So my Cinderella run for this tournament is going to be Spencer Lathe, actually. I think that he's top 4. I don't quite think he'll reach the finals, but I think that he has a very good shot, and his skill set is incredibly dangerous for anyone to go up against.
I agree with you there, and both of your top 4s make sense. Mostly, I should mention again, Ethan, Chen Keng-yan and Evan Cloud are both in the round 1 matchup, so they can't both make top 4. Actually, in fact, one of them is going to be eliminated top 16, which is shocking to think about, as either going to be most people's current pick for the fastest stacker in the world, or the #1 stacker in the PPR. So we might see somebody get knocked off their pedestal one way or the other. My top 4? Okay, hear me out here, all right? I need you guys to trust me here, all right? I'm going to agree with Chen Keng-yan and William Morrell. As much as I want to see Evan Cloud pull off the upset of probably the decade so far of the 2020s, I think that Ian is just too much to handle right now. Sorry, Evan. Love you. But I think he understands. And then for my next 2 stackers, I've got Naoki and I've got TREY. I've got Naoki and TREY. I think those 2 are going to be both dark horses in their own rights. And honestly, for that top half, it could be a coin flip on every single one of those matches. It matters. It all comes to who shows up on the day. And reminder, the format is going to be a little bit different. This is single elimination. You lose your match, you're out. But the matches are going to be a little bit different. So how every match worked so far, we've seen, is that it is going to be a best of 5. The first stacker to win 3 rounds wins the match. For these matches we'll be seeing on Championship Saturday, it'll be the first stacker to win 5 rounds wins the match. And that will continue all the way into the grand finals. In the grand finals, it's first to win 10 rounds will win the match. And we have all the predictions in the world. We have our predictions locked in, so come back to me when I was right and these 2 were wrong, because I'm a genius. Okay, I'm going to quit being a smartass. But With all that said and done, that is going to conclude day number 2 of the PCS Analyst Desk and the PCS broadcast. From myself, John Scannell, Ethan Jones, and everybody in the background of the broadcast crew, we thank you so much for watching this broadcast and for watching these live streams, wherever you watch from, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support PYRA throughout our journey, and we hope to bring some more entertainment for you Championship Saturday. And for now, everybody have a good morning, evening, afternoon, good day, and good night. We will see you guys next Saturday.